Hello everybody! Welcome to another video. Yes, the intro loop. It was indeed a loop today. I was a little bit busier than I thought it was going to be, so rushing around a little bit there. Hello everybody! We're continuing with VOE. Sorry, trying to scrabble, get my thoughts here. You guys all seem to be very excited about what's coming up. Cottage there saying, prepare to see WP's mind getting blown. Man, I'm in the itchiest shirt right now. Do I want to change? No, I think I'm alright. Looking forward to hearing WP's thoughts, says F. Ali, about the next story chapter. Yeah, I don't know. So in the last part we did, it was weird. We played a lot in the last part. I think because we were talking about news for a good chunk of it, it felt like we didn't do much, sort of. But we did, really. Oh, hold on, I'm on the wrong character right now. So yeah, in the last part, so it's been 2 days since the last episode. It wasn't actually yesterday that I recorded, it was the day before. In the middle, I played a bunch more of the game again, and particularly on this Troubadour, and basically got crap tons of Mastery XP. Like, this Troubadour is not boosted either, by the way. It's just a celebration boost bonus, that's it. I don't even know if I have experience. No, I have magic find enrichment. And it's funny because I've been playing with a friend who's like really slow with the XP. And so like I was like, I'll go to the guild tavern and get an enrichment and get this and that and this and that and that and that and that. You know, I've just been running around doing events really, and I've been fine with the XP so far. So there's been loads of progress with it. First of all, I bought this. Off screen, you did not see me acquire this. I bought Resourcefulness. Castoran Gathering nodes have a chance to grant map-specific resources. So, so we'd already read that on screen, and I felt it was okay to buy. The reason I bought that is because I was maxed out. All the bars had finished, and so I was actually losing progress unless I bought something. And this was kind of a low-level thing, so I thought, okay, I'll just grab that. So we own this now. I haven't actually really monitored that or seen what that's like when it procs. Let's go have a look, shall we? Let's dig into this Mithril node and see. So we swing once, Mithril, Mithril, Mithril and a Sapphire Crystal. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really get anything. Let's try again over here, I guess. I mean, Castoran Gathering nodes surely means any gathering node on Castora, right? Even if they are generic things from Quarteria, like Portobello mushrooms there. So there we got Unbound Magic, but that might just be because, yeah, I have an Unbound Magic. Oh god, why are her gathering tools so messed up? That's really weird. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't really felt that proc or anything. As far as the resources are going, though, because I've done so many events, I think I'm doing alright with them. So if we go to map currencies and check out the new ones, I have 200 antiquated ducats. And these are acquired in assisting events throughout Castor and used across Castor. I feel like it's specifically in this map, though, these ones, isn't it? And then I also have 600 Aether-rich sap. So a lot of the things that we're buying, they're asking for a stack, so 250 each. So I can't really make a purchase with the ducats yet, either. But for the Aether-rich sap, I could make 2 purchases, probably. The thing is, you convert these into... Like, I think the sap becomes chromatic sap, and I can't remember what the antiquated ducats do. And I really don't have a grip on all of that stuff just yet, but, you know, we've got some things. And basically, what I've done, guys, is I haven't progressed the story, and haven't explored anywhere new. I've just been in this opening area of the map, really, on my Troubadour. So you see, my Troubadour did go slightly north. My Troubadour's story step right now is exactly where Liss is. So I've basically played through a second time on my Troubadour with Kerry. And so I've just done the bit with the dog and the golem on this character. So anywhere I've unfogged was literally just in service of doing that. And it's funny, because it feels like there is a good enough chunk of the map that I've done now. What else happened? I've done the meta a couple more times. So at the meta, there was an achievement, which was to dodge the boss's attacks. Don't get hit by their attacks. There's 2 bosses, you remember. There's Duke Jimmy and there's Duke... I can't remember the other character's name. You know, so we've seen these before, like with Drakkar, I think was the first one. It was like, don't get hit by the shockwaves. The thing is, classically, those don't get hit by X achievements. They give you, like, a number of chances. So it's like, don't eat 8 shockwaves at Drakkar. You can get hit by a couple, But if you eat more than 8, it's over. So you get like some leeway, some padding with it. But these ones on this map were really punishing. It was a single tick of damage from any of their animations. So Jimmy, the big guy with the hammer, he does like a shockwave attack. And if the shockwave hits you, that's it. You lose the achievement. It's easy enough to jump and dodge. But if you're standing in melee next to him, which you probably are for boons and stuff, there's just before the shockwave, like a knockback. So you get knocked back into the shockwave. And so you can lose the achievement from that. And then he also, so then if you try to range him, he has a big cone attack, a really, really massive cone. And if you get unlucky with the cone, you're going to be in the middle of it. If you don't have a blink or something, you could also get screwed. Though that one you can dodge it anyway, just get the timing right. Don't try to leave the cone, just dodge the timing of the attack. You know, there's that classic thing with Guild Wars. So anyway, he's kind of hard. She is impossibly hard. She has abilities like Revenant's Unrelenting Assault, which, if you guys aren't familiar, it's a teleport, right? It will blink her to any number of random targets in range, tick, 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 teleporting her around. And if you are the one she teleports to, like with no real wind-up or animation, you'll get tagged, and that's it. She also throws out those giant spinning red AoEs. She's really hard. And you had absolutely no chance. So what a lot of people were taking to doing was, you know, this toxic thing. We've seen it before, even at Drakkar and stuff, where you can just get on a sky scale, right? You can get on your sky scale. You can stand up here, and you can just fire the fireballs down so that you're somewhat contributing. And I believe on Reddit, someone had a tip as well that you could stand on the central thumper turret and shoot down, and that might also help you. But there are break bar phases and stuff. You can't do it the whole time. And by the way, the last phase, it's both of them together. So anyway, so I did the meta yesterday, and I went into it fully prepared to cheese it. I'm not going to lie. I was going to do the sky scale thing. Well, no, I was going to try and stand on the thumper, and then if that failed the next time, I was just going to full-blown cheese it. Because I just couldn't see how you could do it. Maybe Jimmy, but the girl, I could not figure out how you do it. Anyway, so I got to the meta, and when I got there, oh, lo and behold, there had been a patch. And I don't think it was a formal patch. I think it was just like a server-side thing maybe or something. I don't know. But basically, they had updated it. You get 20 chances now. Not 1 chance, not 8 chances. 20! So, in my opinion, that was a ludicrous overcorrection. But I saw the 20, and I played it legit. And I got the achievement. I lost 1 stack versus the hammer guy. Just because, you know, it's a pretty long, slow, boring meta event, to be honest. And I lost focus, and it wasn't... You know, there was no tension anyway. I had 20 stacks the entire time, and at the end, I lost 1. And she managed to take, like, 2 stacks off of me, I think, ultimately. So I think they could have picked a more reasonable number. 20, it's not even an achievement. People are just going to accidentally get that. I mean, unless you're truly not even remotely looking or playing the game. Which will be some proportion of the player base, by the way, because Arenanet essentially just treats open world as a loot pinata most of the time, so why pay any attention? But yeah, so basically I got those 2 achievements. That's one little anecdote. I have said... Oh, Kerry showed me a gorgeous place. Gorgeous! And I'm going to show you guys that now. An area of the map that Liz never went to on the first map. It's very, very, very cool. That's the sound of me cracking open a cold one. A twisted fruit, tropical, 0 sugar. Fanta drink. Actually, it's not technically Fanta, it's Vive. I can't taste the difference. Right, so yeah, we're going to go back to the pier. Oh, I've also done the hearts. I've been keeping up on top of doing the hearts, because that's another thing that I've been able to do to meaningfully play the game without progressing. You know, on the days where we're not streaming, what do I do? It's funny, I don't remember what I did last year with Janthir Wilds, because it was the same thing. Janthir Wilds, it was, you know, there were good breaks between each episode. Was I just not playing at all? Anyway, I've got to the point... Oh, yeah, one thing I learned. She's talking about a saw. Kerry showed me this. Another thing you can do to complete this heart, this is an element that I haven't streamed. So if you go quite far away from Whole Garden, you can find this scrap wood. Now if you grab the scrap wood and take it back to the Whole Garden, remember, environmental things don't drop. You've got this woodworking area, and she just told us about this. She said, are you good with a saw? So you can saw the wood. And then once you've got the wood sawed... You can patch holes in their leaky roofs. I don't really know. This feels very like you need a skimmer to me. Without a skimmer, it's a pain in the ass to get back up there. So, but anyway, with a skimmer, you can come here, patch the leaky roof, and get a bit of heart progress. Personally, I don't know if it really is enough heart progress to justify the effort, because it is quite a lot of effort. But, you know, if you come here and the rat isn't there or whatever, the event isn't there, you know, some kind of event that allows you to cheese it, then this is a good choice. And look, the more options you have with these hearts, then you're going to be repeatedly doing them, the better, frankly. So, yeah, a little bit of content. I don't know how I feel about the fact that sometimes events just come up that allow you to skip these hearts. Because, I don't know, on the, you know, as an efficiency-minded player, you're obviously only going to be interested in getting things done. But it is kind of skipping content and the rich diaspora of things that they've put in the game. Specifically, this is a big problem in this expansion here with this heart. You'll see Liz has already done it today. Help Panark grow. Sorry, Panark? Pub Panark. There's an event. You can see it's up right now. This one where they're breaking the tables. You just do that one event and it's done. Like, I don't know. It's just that age-old thing with this game where it's like they make a lot of cool stuff and then they invalidate it in the name of apparent, you know, QOL or niceness. But I think they go a bit too far. Anyway, the other thing to know, I think this is different. Last year, so you do events and you get these heart icons, tokens, right? Now, last year, that was true for Janthir Wilds. And what you could do is come over and immediately cash them in. Well, don't show this again. And it would beat the heart for you. And so this year, though, you might have noticed this. It doesn't beat the heart for you. It will only give you 80%. So even if you're doing this like skip, quote-unquote, methodology, you do have to do a little something else. And I actually think that's an improvement this year over last year. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. Anyway, so because I sawed those roofs, I will indeed finish it from cashing the hearts in. But so yeah, you can cash your hearts in and then fix a couple of roofs and it's good enough. But yeah, there you go. So anyway, I think I interrupted myself. These guys are being nice to me now.
You either truly want to help this town, or else you got a thing for my charming personality. Either way, good work.
Yeah. She's not a complete bitch to me the second I walk over anymore. And I think Canuck as well has started to be a bit nicer to me, about talking about his profits probably or something. Not that Canuck ever disliked us. But yeah, so I have started to see the fruits of those labours. I don't actually know in terms of the achievements. Renown hearts. Here you go. So I'm at 6 out of 7. I think the dialogue will change again when I go to 7 out of 7. And it's weird. It's really weird that I'm getting refined homestead fibers as rewards for this. Can I just ask a question, guys? So we established on the last part that you do not get a homestead as a part of this content if you don't also own Janthir Wilds. So my question is, anyone in the YouTube comments, anyone on the live chat right now, is anyone listening to me who owns VOE but doesn't own JW? And to that person, first of all, I say welcome, because I immediately assume you're a new player, if that's the case. But, do you get these homestead fibers as a reward? Because, like, what value are those to you if you don't even own a homestead? It's like they copy-pasted the Janthir Wilds reward methodology for this, but didn't think about the fact that not everyone would have a homestead. I don't know. Doesn't that seem a bit strange? Oh, it's 5 for a heart. It's the same as Janthir Wilds, but you need a mastery. Oh. That was a good noise, wasn't it? No, okay, that makes sense. That's a good revelation. Here's a POI we never got. I don't actually think... Yeah. Okay, this is the place. Look, Kerry showed me this last night. Look at how cool this is, guys. You've got to check this out. Come here in-game. Don't miss out. By the way, the more I play on this map, the more I am impressed by the water and the subtle waves and stuff. Really. They did a good job. This is the first mini-X pack, and I include Nios in this, where I really feel like we're playing something a bit more modern, a bit more graphically interesting, and something fresh. I include Nios in that. All right, let's just remember here. Secrets of the Obscure, to me, again, you might have a different opinion, but I think this was the majority thrust of it. It was basically assets we'd already seen, right? It was the jungle, and it was EOD, and it was Heart of Thorns, and even more Heart of Thorns, and a bit of the Shiver Peaks. It was they were just scrambling with assets that they made before, right? And then here, it was quite different with the architecture, I do think, but there was something about it that just felt like it was missing. I don't know. I mean, I'm all right with Arenanet, and I'm all right with the Wizard's Tower too. To be honest, Nyos wasn't that bad. Nyos was pretty different. I don't know. It just wasn't that pretty, or it didn't feel new somehow. I don't know why. I don't know how to articulate how I feel. But this map, seriously. And I'll tell you what, it's the particle work. I'm learning a lot about particles, by the way, with my current modding endeavors. I'm learning about emitters and all the different ways you can animate them and... Oh, God. It's complicated, but it's also really cool. It's weird, though, because it's one of those things, like, when like, coding and scripting meets art, and there's no real answer because you're just trying to make something that looks pretty, I feel completely lost, you know? I think that's because I don't really trust that I know what looks pretty. Anyway, yeah, so look, check this out. Here we go. So we go through this, and I'm going to go on foot. Oh, yeah. Also, guys, I've changed Liss's build. Oh, my God. I'm so happy with Liss's build right now. Like, you wouldn't even believe. Okay, so here's the dealio. Ready? Air, Earth. And can I just say, it's rare enough to play Air, Earth as an Elementalist. Very rare to play an Air, Earth build.
I'm looking for my friend's grave. I know it's foolish, but I have to do this. Can you help?
Oh, I've never done that thing about the grave. I'm going to go... Oh, my God. This is some serious ADD here. But look, it's not on me. It's because I have to do the event first. Or it will disappear. Shit, that guy's, like, really high up. Do we sky scale? I think we do. We're going to do it. Oh, the Rat King's up as well. Castaway Trove. By the way, if you guys want to play with me, I am on NA right now. North America. I guess I'll throw up a tag. You can type into your own chat box slash squad join lists, and you'll be able to join. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the build until the NPC interrupts me, and then I'm going to be quiet. Here's the idea, right? Every time we create a toad, so I'm specialized elements, so every 2 buttons we press, we get another toad. And when we cast a toad, it chunks our cooldowns. And when we get the mega toad, it super chunks down our cooldowns. So the idea is to churning earth. So every time we press 3, it's 5 bleeds plus immob. And because of this trait, Strength of Stone, every time we immob, it's another 3 bleeds. So this is actually 8 bleeds every time we press this button. And this comes up quick. That also stocks an earth bullet for us so that the 2 gives us even more bleeds. So it's bleeds, 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 bleeds. Now the little toads don't give us bleeds, but the big toad does give us bleeds. So it's just... So basically, I've stacked like 90 bleeds on this build. And what are we actually doing the whole time? We are immobilizing. We are dazing. We're just completely incapacitating them. They can't do anything. We're just interrupting, immobilizing, dazing, interrupting, immobilizing, dazing. If you guys watch the recent balance with Boots Bad Builds over on his channel, that's not on my YouTube channel, that's on World of Enders. Check it out on YouTube. He's got a great channel. And I'm over there on a video with him recently. He sort of made something similar to this with Thief Spear. Why is this escort not going anywhere? Did it bug? Is there a hidden enemy nearby that it's in combat with? Do we need to kill an enemy nearby? Did I bug it somehow? Am I to blame? This is very similar to what Boots made on a Thief. But, I mean, he was thinking about it in terms of World versus World. I would never bring this into World versus World. But as far as, like, open world Tyrion stuff is concerned, this is a cool way to play. Oh, we need to use the skimmer to scan. I see. I see. Sorry. That's just experiences of Guild Wars' past making me think that
Wait.
there's bugs when there's not. Oh, like this.
Predators. Can you find them?
Interesting spot. Do I press F or do I dive over them? I press F, I guess. It's a bit unfortunately inconsistent. Oh, we did do this. I remember this event now. So what else is there to say about the build? I'm using air, right? Because every time we interrupt, we do lightning rod, which is more CC. So our break bar terrain is just ridiculous. The weakness stops the break bars recharging. And we're just vomiting toads at people, which just smashes the break bar down straight away. But the real thing that I want to run here is Storm Soul for increased outgoing stun duration. Oh, these are dazes, not stuns.
Rage at maximum.
Actually, maybe air wasn't that fun in the end. I was really excited about air because of this, but actually, maybe we don't care about air. The thing is, right, when you look at fire, a lot of the stuff isn't interesting anymore. Persisting flames, we don't get any value. Pyromancer's poisson, we don't get any value. Inferno, but we basically don't get any value. In fact, that would probably... like, we don't really even do burning. Smothering auras, we don't really get anything. Burning rage, enhancing sunspot, we don't really get anything. Because we're not swapping to fire. Well, hold on. What the hell is following me? Oh, it's my own mini. I was trying to sidestep to stay out of combat. Activating your familiar's empowered skill recharges your weapon skills and triggers traits as if you entered the attunement. So this won't proc sunspot because it's entering earth. If that triggered sunspot, then maybe. So fire's not really that exciting. Arcane's like alright, I guess. Arcane lightning, and then we could put like, I don't know, blast on for more immobes, for more bleeds, but we're already proccing it enough. So I don't know, I went with air, and I've been having fun with air. Just going just like CC. Right. What Avenger's adventure videos are so good too. Yeah, they're actually better than the videos with me. The videos with me aren't very good. But his adventure ones are actually, you know, they're well thought out, they're well edited. I mean, look, all the videos he does are well edited. But they have a good pace to them. They're always, like, even if you don't care about actually doing the adventure, they're interesting videos. They're definitely his best content. And he got a reference in-game over that series as well, so, you know. Oh, yeah, and also the cleave on this is really nice as well. You get a lot of big, like, you know, like, there's a huge radius on Churning Earth. I know it's like a little dash now. But yeah, so I've been having fun with this. And then I've got the Earth Meditation and Signet of Earth. Those basically, if I mess up the skill juggling and gas out of toads, I use those as filler. You could obviously press them early, but I use them as filler basically. I don't really do very much damage on this right now, by the way, because I'm not Vipers or anything. I'm still Celestial. So I can put like 90 bleeds on, but I don't actually do that much damage with the bleeds. But it's fun, and it's more than enough to kill shit in the open world, so I've been quite entertained, actually. Oh, yeah, and of course, by the way, we get Alacrity every toad, and because of Pirate Queen, we get Quickness every toad. So I'm just running around with, like, constant these. I also have, like, no might, right? So, look, for an expansion, fun times, exploring the open world build is good. For anything else, it's not.
Sweet, beautiful jackass. Why? Sorry, I just need a minute with her.
Okay.
Okay. I'm ready to move on. Let's go.
Now, there is this achievement in loving memory, find all the graves on this map. I've not done, like, that's the first objective I've done. Age 20, attacked by beasts, fought bravely. In the shipwreck strand, take a moment to reflect at the graves of the Castorans who are no longer with us. A pair of candles lit for a pair, a grave where rumours are buried, a monument in grotto, a majesty and a memorial to many. Right, well, that will be maybe one of the later things.
Grave. I know it's foolish, but I have to do this.
Are you insane? What the fuck? That event just ended and immediately came back up. It's the same dialogue and everything. I mean, immediately. Wow. That's the most egregious example I've ever seen in this game of events re-triggering. Actually, it's not. The Rift event farms that you can do in the last X-Pack were pretty crazy with that as well. Anyway, look how close we were to seeing something very cool, right? This hero challenge with the... no, not this area. I'm in the wrong spot now. It's south. Well, we were close regardless. Look at this pretty place, guys. Wait, no, or am I? Was I right? Over here? Here, check this out. You know how I say very often, I've just complimented this map. I like the water. I like the falling leaves and all that stuff, right? I think the day-night cycle looks good and everything. But it does always still feel a bit similar. And to me, it's like the rock formations, and it's the way that they paint the ground and the grass and stuff. Like, that's always very similar. And they very rarely manage to break out from that. Like I say, I think POF did a good job of that. But, you know, like, that's what held Echo Valve back in a way. So anyway, check this place out, because I don't get that vibe. Wait, no, not this place. Shit. It's here. That's where we want to go. We want to go to that vista and that POI, that POI. So let's go this way. And I think that's why the water and the beaches are so prominent too, because again, it gets you away from the rocks, right? It gets you away from the grasses and that sort of typical Guild Wars terrain. Because now, you know, in POF you were looking at more sand.
The murderous beast dweller. Horde of murdering beast dwellers never ends.
I think we want to go even more south. We could kill the Rat King. Oh, I did get that achievement. For killing 100 plague rats yesterday as well. There's not really a big story with that. Oh, and I've been doing more and more rifts. I did a T3 rift. Currently, I'm not all about the rifts. Sorry, but really, I don't really see how they fit. I mean, maybe the story will reveal more to me. But just having random Inquest running out of the rifts? I don't know, man. Like, I'm okay with them because they're giving me rift stuff, right? So it is working on obsidian armor, which is a long, long-term objective for me. So that's all right, but they just feel like they lift out. And it feels like the Titans last year lifted out as well. Right, is it through here? Aha, I think it's it. We finally made it. All right, this is where we want to go. Look at this place, guys. Ha 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 ha! The Neverfalls. All these fields of flowers that all rustle as you walk through them. Giant hoop thing. Now there's a vista up there. Without a sky scale, I don't know what our method is for getting that. But what I can say is with a sky... And look, there's a bit of a reason to come here as well, because look, there's orichalcum there. There's fishing. Oh, I did a tiny bit of fishing too. Somewhere. I got some fish. I held on to them just to show them off. But here, I'll try it. Here you go. If you fly through the hoop... There we go. We're doing that on our enhanced... Oh my god, you can properly fly on these. Wow. That's the skimmer enhancement I just used for that. That's fucking bonkers. If you fly through the hoop, I got progress for an achievement. A hidden achievement on the map that says fly through holes, basically. I think there's like 5 of them or something. Let's turn our brake bar values off. I turned those on yesterday just to see how much brake bar damage I was doing to like a big event. Maybe the aforementioned rift. Oh, that guy dyed his jellyfish a really cool way. So yeah, I found one of the hoops now. But yeah, what a lovely area this is. Very pretty. And there's a cool ley line that takes you back out. Crystal clear water this is. And you can press F on it to take a sip. Oh my god. Shipwreck Strand's freshest water. Find a source of the Shipwreck Strand's fresh water and give it a taste. See, and it's just infinitely flowing water from this rock because of the crazy magical seer influence in the area. I don't know. Let's do some fishing here as well, shall we? Should I get on my skiff? Since we do have a group of people here. There we go. And we are in a squad, so it would be fishing party. Let's see what fish we can get. Wouldn't it be cool if we got legendary fish out of this spot? So yeah, it occurs to me that map 1 is really good for stuff like this. It's got some... And those grottos, the grottos underwater. Carrie showed me another one last night that she had come across. So you usually, when you find a grotto, you get a little achievement saying, or progress that, oh, this is a grotto. She found a really hidden grotto that is so hidden it's not a part of the achievement. Do you guys remember... Hold on, let me fish this fish up first. I'm fishing between this guy's legs. Hopefully he doesn't get put off when I start yanking around. Oh, there you go. You were warned. I don't mean to damage your testes, but at the end of the day, you chose to stand there. So there, I got a bearded sunfish. I think that's a new fish. Yeah, okay. Remember in Core, the really hidden entrance to this jumping puzzle, Griffin Rook Run? Like, you proper had to... I think I showed it off on a stream about 3 months ago, something. Maybe less than that. You really have to grind in, and you could finally get through. Do you remember how hidden that was with the coral and the kelp and everything? It's like that. There's a thing like that hidden on this map near a grotto, but is not technically a grotto. And when you go there, you find a bunch of dead bodies and a single crab dancing. There's a bunch of dead Inquest, and there's one crab dancing like the crab just killed them all. It's a full-blown, cheeky, fun little Easter egg that some environment artist or someone put in there, and it's awesome. I don't know if you guys have seen it, because it's so easy to miss. It's not a part of map completion objective or anything. But yeah, Kerry has a knack for finding random shit like that. And yeah. We didn't get a legendary, but I have been doing a bit of fishing. There you go. Another thing that happened is I noticed that I did have another free inventory slot, a shared inventory. Not free, I had to buy it for gems. But there is another shared inventory slot. I'll figure out what I'm putting up there at some point. Let's turn on our Till Black branded mists, by the way. I have these from like 5 years ago from Black Lion Chest, and I'm still slowly working through them. And also, you can, a friend of mine told me you can slot a new bag as well. So I did that. I crafted a new Cowrie League saddlebag. So these are all my consumables for the Cowrie League stuff. So they're all going into the middle here. So yeah, I have gossamer bags, then the bandolier, then the cowries, more regular bags, ending with the couriers. These are basically my invisible ones at the bottom. And yeah, look at that. We got a nice base 2 number there with 512. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'll never get another bag slot again. Because it'll ruin that beautiful mathematical symmetry there. Look at that. Base 2, everyone. It's what your computer's made of. You actually get higher performance when those numbers appear. That's not real science, but there you go. The grottos are gorgeous, says Boots. Boots is there. There you go. Yeah, and they are. I mean, I've still only seen the one with the sunken ship. So, yeah, I look forward to finding more. But I really want to get on with the story, honestly. I'm very excited to do that. So there you go. That's my recap. That's what's been going on. Oh, Halloween is over. Oh, shit. No, there is more to recap. Guild Wars is popping off, all right? Look at this. All this news about the rising player count, LFG blown up, new expansion. There was a big Fractal event recently, which essentially had a mini bit of story in it. You got all these other events happening. Listen, guys, there's a phrase that I invented. It's a term I came up with. And I want you all to hear it, all right? Because I think it's quite poetic. A rising tide raises all boats. Yeah? That's how it feels with Guild Wars at the moment. I'm so happy to hear about the population rising. Yeah, and I invented that. What do you guys think? Travel to Lion's Arch to see donation updates and claim your extra life bonus effect. Yeah, so there is I only have 144 gems. If I had 800, I could buy this, and it has Guardian Angel Blish. I hope that's not a spoiler of some description. You should write that down. Someone might steal it. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I should never have said it out loud, because now you guys can steal it. No, you know, that's the issue with all great art. You know, eventually it'll impact the world, and it won't be yours anymore. Travel to Lion's Arch to see donation updates and claim your bonus effects. I guess I'll just go do that. We're currently getting 5% bonus XP. I don't know if I'll get more. Don't tides like that come crashing down and cause issues? Yeah, I mean, all industries eventually die. But what we're interested in is when they're on their way up. Right, that's homestead instructions. Oh, yeah, and we got the new homestead. I never imagined the sights, the sound, the pungent smells of city life. I can barely imagine what home ownership is like here. Is there anything I can help you with in your homestead? I'd like to know more about unlocking homestead rooms and space. More rooms and space can be acquired by the master. Ah, and I've already done that, lame. I'd like to remove all decorations. I'd like to know... Okay, so he doesn't take me to the aisles. Sorry, guys. I will be back on the new map soon. I'm just going to try and do this extra life thing. Let's click and see where it specifically wants us to go. Somewhere near this waypoint. Yeah, okay. Not much of a help, is it? Did I hear it from the stock market world? No, I've heard it many times over the years. But I hadn't come across... I did come across the phrase yesterday, which is probably why it popped up into my head here. Because I was listening to the... you guys know I mentioned I watched Inside Llewyn Davis. I was listening to the soundtrack. They do something so clever on the soundtrack in that. They marketed the movie, and on the soundtrack, there's a song that is sung as a duet. So it gives you the impression that you're going to listen to this duet as the movie goes along. But what actually happens in the movie is you realize there's been a tragedy, and you will never hear that duet. And when the song finally comes on in the movie, you've been waiting for it the whole movie. The movie basically closes with the song, and it's him singing alone. And the song has like themes of saying goodbye and moving on. It's so good. Anyway, I was listening to the soundtrack, and some people were talking about Bob Dylan and how he transformed the folk scene in New York, and people were wondering whether you know, his rising tide rose all boats, or whether he was just out for himself, and whether a lot of true folk artists kind of did just get left in the dumps, which are kind of all big topics and themes and ideas from that film. But yeah, so I read that yesterday. That's probably why it sprung into my mind here today. Historically, the Extra Life NPC was near the Mystic Forge. Yeah, I think I missed it last year, by the way. There's some achievement or mini or something that I don't have that I could have got last year, but I just didn't. Well, I don't know, though. The only thing I read about the stock market world recently was Michael Burry has just put a $1 billion short on the so-called AI bubbles bursting. But I don't even really know what that means. But like in terms of like what is the bubble? What exactly did he short? What companies did he short? How did he? So on and so on. But you know, people just kind of like, I love that movie, The Big Short. I love that director as well. He did Don't Look Up. What's his name? Adam something, I think. Adam A something. That guy's awesome. There was another film on Netflix the other day that I watched that I was sure was directed by him. It had Idris Elba as the President of the United States. And it kind of just goes through what the US would do if a nuclear launch was detected. Like the various branches of government and military organizations, what they would do. A very heavy talky movie. And it really felt like it was the same director. But it wasn't. It's a lady that directed that. I can't remember her name. Anyway, oh God, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I love that movie, The Big Short. And Michael Burry is like featured in it. But everyone just dunks on him in real life and says, you know, he's just a bear that is scared of everything. And he's only been right once. Effectively is what it comes down to. But I'm sure a lot of that is just cynical jealousy from people who also wish they won the lottery, so to speak. I don't know. I'm about to give up.
That'll do nicely.
Is it you? No, that's a jacaranda pet. Is it maybe over at the star? No, not the Starfish. At the... Yeah, House of Dynamite. That's it. That was the movie I'm talking about. And I reasonably enjoyed that too. It was cool to see the characters cross over. It was a bit Dunkirky, that film, actually. No, not really. But it was cool to see, like in each different segment, because we rewind the clock 3 times, where a character pops up in multiple segments each time. I have the buff already. So that's it, though. What about the mini? What about the other achievements and things? What about the dialogue? Usually there's someone to talk to. There's something to do. That's nearly always the case, right? I remember Extra Life being back up here, but maybe I'm getting confused with the fashion event. You were disappointed you didn't get to see the nuke? Man, it wasn't that kind of film, though, was it? I think it is much stronger for, like, you don't know his decision at the end. It's much stronger for not putting a point on it, right? You don't actually find out who released it or anything, because it's not about that. It's about the process. It's about the illusion of having things ready, even though they've never been tested. That's kind of what that film's about, right? Like, we have this plan in place, and this plan in place, and this plan in place, and this plan in place. But the reality is we've never actually put any of this into practice because it's never actually happened. So how far does preparedness get you? That's kind of what that movie's talking about. And it's a fun topic, you know, and a novel topic to me, so I quite like that. There's a community goal achievement. Yeah, there is. Like, can't I donate cash to someone or something? It's not updated yet, says Nathan Goosen. The goal's not been reached yet to even get the achievement. I see. So we really just don't do anything yet. Even though the game is telling me to come to LA, we just don't do anything. All right, well, that's fine. That suits me because, look, we're all desperate for story. I get it. Hang on. Hang on. We're nearly there. Just one tiny little detour as well. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to play Heart of Thorns, POF, and EOD just to get into the mood. No. I'm joking, of course. Right of the Octopus Bank? No. Look, it's too late. It's over. I've given up. It's done. It's over.
But the Colonel says I need more experience.
Right, we're on Beneath the Canopy.
Like each other. Most of being a senior officer is just managing personalities. He's probably right.
So where are we? Having finally broken it through into the forest proper, I first regrouped with Ritlock and Saida so we could plan our next move. Unfortunately, addressing tensions among our allies around our newly founded camp was the most pressing issue. And as usual, that responsibility fell to me. I love the idea of the commander slowly getting more fucked off with that as the journal entries go along. I don't mean across one expansion, I mean across the entire game. I spoke with Colonel Ref, the Astral Ward's liaison in charge of the encampment, about the situation. He felt he could keep everyone happy if I could make sure the base was secure and intel about the area was being gathered. Seemed a fair enough trade to me. I tracked down some of the scouts, and they were able to give me intel about where to start. I gathered up some samples of the local leyline magic for Magister Caden, who will hopefully be able to give us a better sense of the forces at play here. I tracked down Ember Doomforge. Also, as usual, she has the Ash Legion listening in on everything. Oh, did Ember write that missive we read before? Which should prove useful in tracking the Inquest, at least. I gave her a hand by planting some of her devices around to widen the network. The more we know, the better. I don't remember doing that, but I do remember doing that. Things took an unexpected turn when I went to help Kiango and the Sly crew. They stumbled upon this special Inquest golem, PTM. It's not only friendly, but it's able to talk and able to reason. But instead of seeing what a lucky break that is, they were going to try to sell him. Fortunately, I was able to barter them out of doing so. Unfortunately, PTM was damaged in the process of being captured, and I'm going to need special tools from the Inquest complex to access what he knows. So I'll set out for the complex at nightfall. Nothing is ever easy. There we go. Beautiful. I know exactly what we're doing. We're trying to repair this golem. Done. By the way, you can't see it. It's such a shame you can't scroll these in-game, honestly. You're recently completed. I got a couple of other story achievements. When I did this on Troubadour, you remember there's that moment where you can you can trade for the golem with the extra device that you go and hunt down, or you can just buy the golem. Remember I said I'm not even going to click that. On my Troubadour, I did click it. It costs 5 gold, which is pretty pricey, even in today's inflation. 5 gold. And you get an achievement point for it. There is actually... So that's why I did it. It's one of the story journal achievements to buy the golem. I did also, by the way, if you have a look here, in Act 1, the stuff on the previous map, as I had been playing through on my Troubadour, I got a couple of these other things. So remember the big boss fight with the Seneschal? It said, like, dance with the Wave Maker, and I went out into the water and danced and nothing happened, because I assumed the Wave Maker was where the waves are emanating from, so I went out into the water to do it. No, the little crabs that are dancing in those sandy circles, those are the Wave Makers. And I guess they look like they're dancing a bit, so I don't know. Anyway, you dance at them and get that achievement. I think there was one other one I did. Oh, yeah, the bar, the patrons at the bar, the freebooters, there was an achievement to drink. So, yeah, you just go to the bar and you just press F on the NPC a bunch of times, and you get drunk and fall asleep on the floor. And that was another achievement. So I have everything done now, with the exception of It's So Beautiful, which is to use the /cry emote while scouting the views of Castora, which we can do later. And that will ding our final mastery point and the Relic of the Scoundrel, I guess. And 4 AP for typing /cry, which is pretty good. And then we're on to Act 2. So yeah, dazzle them with wits was collect the thing. Glitz was spend the money. Okay. I've got stories about all these fucking events here. Oh, and I accidentally unfogged this. I didn't explore anywhere over there, but it is unfogged. And I saw a crazy cool looking wall thing.
Statistically speaking, this
There
is
you go.
rather
I got a
rare.
raw enchanting stone from that. So that's that mastery helping us out there a little bit. And yes, let's harvest quick. Because I have the meta gathering tools. The fastest tools with the fastest animations. I cannot recommend these more. Glyphs of Industry, guys. Get them. And a consortium harvesting sigil and the unbound axe and sickle are really good. Not sickle. Pickaxe. Axe and pickaxe. So yeah, oh, I didn't finish talking about the build. For Earth also, I'm Stone Heart. You cannot be critically hit for a duration after entering or exiting Earth attunement. Now that's kind of shit for PvE, again, because there's no pressure, it's not a real RPG, it's just a loot pinata simulator. But it's kind of novel on Specialized Elements Earth, because every time I throw a toad out, the big toad, I get it. And I get it for a really long duration as well. So you actually get to refresh it quick enough that, to me, that's kind of fun. You know, we could do written in stone and spam these signets more, of course. But I like this. Stone Heart. See here?
I know the good use for
And I'm
this.
sure, like, from Boots' perspective, he would look at that and say, oh, we could try that in competitive. There's kind of an ugly thing that's going on with Earth attunement for Ellie and has been for years from a World versus World Roman perspective. And that's that you have to pick, are you good against Condis or are you good against power? And in World vs. World, it's just too frustrating to have to make that decision because you don't know what the next Roma build you're about to fight is going to be. It's complete pot luck. So then it feels really bad to lose a fight because, oh, I just wasn't on the right template or whatever. I suppose you could then hotkey the templates, but we're getting a bit sweaty at that point. Oh, Narcisse. There's a race. The race is now underway. Would you like to join in? Count me in. Oh my god, it's the Great Choya race. I was getting ready to skimmer there. Oh shit, do we have the roll? We do! Oh, awesome! I'm looking forward to using this in fractals. Jump, flop your body upwards and into the sky. Okay, we get a bit of movement from that. Oh, I want to speak to these guys. I want to speak to this tribe and see what they have to say. Oh, can I jump while rolling? That's a question. I can! I don't know whether that's actually efficient. We'll have to wait for Boots' video. Wait, oh, I bet this is an adventure/event again, right? Like we saw in the first map. It's no salmon run, but it's up there. Oh, that's true, yeah. But how can they compete with the salmon run? The salmon run is one of the highlights of Janthir Wilds. That's the kind of shit, by the way, that I really wish the Wizards Vault had daily incentives for. Like, the Wizards Vault to me is not done. It's like, you know, there are a couple more iterations. Let's keep thinking about it, because it could be so good. I haven't done that fish thing for ages. But it's a really different, you know, exciting... Like, I'm not saying that it's the most fascinating thing in the world, but it changes it up, doesn't it? And that's what you're looking for, really. In a live service game that you're playing relentlessly for 15 years straight. As the dark circles below your eyes get darker and darker. And the rest of reality melts away as you continue the achievement point grind. I'll get to 50k one day, he said. One day. Oh, we only had 25 seconds left.
Choya. Is there anything you can't do?
There you go. What I was alluding to there with that nonsense, by the way, is if you guys ever seen that picture of that guy, like the first... It's not called Gamerscore, is it? Is it called Gamerscore? What's the PlayStation... They're trophies, right? It's not points on PlayStation, is it? They're just trophies. There's like a famous picture. Look it up. Pause this. Go to Google or whatever. It's probably like 6-7 years old now. But it's like a picture of like the first guy to get platinum for every PlayStation 3 game or something, or PS4 game. He has platinum on everything. And what he's done is he's taken a picture of himself standing next to his TV. And the guy just looks done. He looks completely dead inside. Black bags under his eyes, just like completely empty of like this has drained his soul. The pursuit of getting all the platinums has just killed everything that makes life worth living. That's the expression that's on his face. And like, there's like a meek sort of certain sense that maybe he's proud and happy of it. I mean, he's taking the picture for some reason, but it's beautiful. It's just the greatest representation of the shallowness of these like short-term goals we go, or long-term goals we go for in video games. It's not worth it, you know. It's like it's the pursuit of the goal is really all that ever mattered, you know, getting the dopamine from that, actually doing, you get to the end of the road. If Ash is ever allowed to become a Pokemon master, it's over, you know, like, he's not allowed that last trophy, because as soon as he gets it, he realizes it was all for nothing, you know. It really is the myth of Sisyphus. It really is. It's Del Boy once he finally became a millionaire, and, you know, closing that episode of It's Only Fools and Horses and saying, Rodney, this time next year we'll be billionaires. You know, that guy made it. He became the billionaire, and he just looks dead, right? And that's how I feel about my 50k objective right now. I'm not even there yet, but I know that's how I'll feel when I get it. Do you know what? Honestly, I don't think I'm actually ever gonna get to 60. I seriously don't. Like, ever. I think in the year 2050 I won't have it. I think in the year 2060 I won't have it, and I think in the year 27 I might be dead. So yeah, I think it's over, really. I think 2050, I think 50k is about as far as it will get pushed. Who knows, though? Who knows? Clip this and link it to me. Right, I got a flower. I'm holding a basket of flowers. I assume I need to take this to a grave or something, maybe? Do I take it over to this? Interact. Oh, and now I've got some meat. Is this a heart? What is this place? Oh, the Castor and Choya don't have dialogue. Oh, no, come on. Let me press F and read their nonsense. Let me read words like natter and babble and...
Okay, oh, let's try this again. Do you want to form a tactical alliance? 1 spin for yes, 2 spins for no.
This is good. Oh, why isn't it voiced?
Well, now you're just being hurtful.
Okay, it was good anyway. It was good. Oh, we can't even talk to Thomas. There's an event coming up over here. Narcisse is returning. What? The race is coming back already? The flowers are for the Fairy Circle collection. Ah, is the meat for the Fairy Circle as well? Oh, dude, that guy's Warclaw howling. Actually, that was a jackal, wasn't it? Oh, well, I've lost the flowers and now I can't pick them up again. I assume it's that character select thing. You got to 40 and you don't care how much you'll get as long as you don't think you'll get to 50, yeah. You can't be bothered to do CMs and content like that anymore. And you do get a good chunk from those. I've been quietly upset with my raid group at the moment because I'm in it for the achievements, right? They're in it to clear the bosses. So, like, we beat Decima, but we never went back to do the extra Decima achievement. And I haven't had the heart to sit there and say to these poor people, let's go back and do this thing you hated again. Like, there's a bonus achievement for Greer that I really want to get. Not only do I want to get that, I think it would be easier if we go for it. And I know, and other people are not keen. So I'm not pushing for it. Because, you know, we're not even able to do the base fight, I guess. But I am a bit upset because I know we're going to beat that and no one's ever going to go back to the fight. I'm going to have to go to, like, a pug or something if I ever want it. Sparing Reeg is the achievement I'm talking about right now. Choya dance moves done correctly. Choya communication is bound to rhythm. To truly understand them, we must move as one. Move as one? Yes, follow their movements. All right, let's go. Oh, this is good. Yeah, form a giant ring. Wait, how do I know what to... Oh, they're spinning. Spin is one, I think. No, that's sway. 5 is spin. Oh, no, I think they're swaying now, though. Yeah, I think we did it. Oh, I'm turning this up.
There you go. Yes, Wayfinder.
Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. So they're like jumping. Boom, 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 boom. We've got to do 20 of these. Boom, 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 boom.
Boss's grace, how incredible. They accepted you into the rhythm. And in doing so, they shared their message with us. I recorded the pattern for us. Let's see. They made a reference to an off-going. Does that ring a bell?
Oh my god, it does. What the fuck? The off-going is real? The off-going is real? Vass's grace, how incredible. They accepted you into the rhythm, and in doing so, they shared their message. They are making the noises. They're just very quiet, aren't they? Oh, man. I would love so much for the effects slider to get broken up into 3 parts. Combat effects, ambient effects, voice effects. Those are the 3 separate sliders that could truly create an epic Guild Wars 2 audio experience. Oh, that one's really little. That's cute. This place is cool. And yeah, we've done this before in POF. But I don't care. Like, I mean, it is beat for beat almost identical to this area, this Choi and Heart prickle patch. But I don't care. It's been years. It's good fun. They look different. It's a pretty place. There's some kind of hero challenge down here. I am so not headed towards the story step right now. Oh no, I kind of am. Wow. The Raging Waterfall. A raging waterfall fuels the life-giving waters that course through Castora. The kinetic energy fills you with determination. Wow. It fills me with determination? Is my name Chara? Or is my name, fuck, what's the guy's name? God, I can't even remember. I love that game though. That's Undertale. I remember Papyrus. And Sans. That's something, isn't it? What else we got? Frisk, thank you. Actually, it's not Frisk, is it? Isn't it just Fisk? I don't think there's an R in it, is there? Isn't it just Fisk? F-I-S-K? Or is there an R? Yes, you're right, Fisk. Yeah, Sans is effectively the final boss, really. Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Play the game. See how your story unfolds. I'll just put it that way. Strange pineapple plant. Oh, is it a choya in its growth stage? This strange pineapple plant moves and twitches occasionally. Perhaps a newborn choya might emerge one day. All right, we've just done 2 hero challenges back to back. Obviously, when you finish an elite specialization, that last one you get costs more. So let's say that we just earned that by doing 2 back-to-back. So this is it, guys. The end of Evoker. There we go. We have it complete. Meditation. Summon or... We get an elite skill. Elemental Procession.
Smash 'em.
Summon all 4 familiars to use their empowered skills. I just want to have a quick look, by the way. What is the Meditation Relic? Assuming there is one. Relic of the Phenom. Upon using a cantrip or a meditation, gain See, if I had a defensive utility slot, I would run this because I'd think, oh, that's cool. That's got some synergy. Blah blah blah. I don't know whether it should be defensive, offensive, utility. Maybe it could be like utility class. It's like meditation or trap or whatever. Heal skill, elite skill. Maybe 4 slots for that. I don't know. Anyway, but as it stands, there's no way I could ever just do that. No way! And I don't think it really matters that in some ludicrously fringe scenario, someone might run it in World versus World or PvP. Because those are such small formats, and within those formats, the meta defines what people are running anyway. So it's not like that's the result of fun buildcraft. It's meaningless. Oh, a big boar. The Great Choya race is starting again. We want to help Corporal Vicar gather magical samples. From this, maybe? Oh, Area Dark Aura. What's this? I love that. That's uncontrollable magic. Return.
Rage at maximum.
Oh, do you remember in the first map there was an event where you collect magic and you need to get like 5 and then it like transformed me? It was on like part 1 of the Let's Play, maybe part 2. A long time ago. I did that yesterday on my Troubadour as well. And I got transformed into like a bug that could full on fly. Which I didn't anticipate. I thought I thought I'd just be stuck on the ground or something, but no, it was actually quite cool. See, look at that. Look at Churning Earth come back immediately after that. So cool. So good. So that's 1. Oh, yeah, it's actually the same sort of thing that I'm doing right now. I think I will transform if I keep this up. There's 6. Let's do our flying. Do these refill my endurance? Oh, they do. It's just like having a sky scale, except way harder to control. Holy shit. Which actually means there's some gameplay to this. Oh. Drop off the magic you've gathered. See, but I didn't transform. Is that because I was on a mount? And we still don't have transformations available on mounts. Come on. Let me dress as a... wear a Koden tonic or a Tengu tonic or something. And actually use it with my mounts. Combat tonics are dead. And they don't deserve to be. Just like the knockdown spam is so, it's just so crazy, right? It's just like days knockdown, days knockdown, days knockdown, days knockdown. Love it. I kind of think the Sigil of Draining might be fun on this.
Rage at maximum.
No, I shouldn't have done it in that order. Not getting our Churning Earth refunds quick enough. Oh, actually we are. So strong. It's a shame that when they nerf the heavy evoker builds at the moment, this will get nerfed with it. Well, maybe it won't. Maybe they'll focus more specifically on Familiar's focus.
That wound up less boring than I feared. I'll take these samples back to the researchers. Thanks again.
No worries, kind sir. Alright, so this story wants me to go north. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just go straight for it. Let's get over there. So we're going to go into an Inquest base, and the only reason we're going there is to get something to steal to fix this robot. So I guess something's going to go wrong. Or Seb and Kuda will be there. Here, I'll make a little prediction. Kuda has been following us since the end of the Seneschal stuff. And she is... she's interested in collaborating. So she's going to approach us. And she'll be a frenemy for a little while. And I'll get really giddy and excited. There you go. That's my little prediction about what will happen in here. Alright, also... Okay, so I'm in a squad, not a party. Oh, yeah, by the way. I've got so many messages from you that in this instance, there's some kind of lore book that I'm going to pick up. And you don't get time to read the book. You just... you have to fight immediately, and I'm going to want to read it slow and enjoy the lore or something. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to just screenshot it, whatever it is. I think it's in this instance. Rescue animals from the Inquest and escort them to safety. I'm going to do this because I've never seen this before. We never actually walked out into this desert Borderlands-y area. Oh, these are all like animal pens. Oh, yeah, let's get that Drake. Oh my god, 26 Torment. Hello? Where'd the 26 Torment come from? Let's use our elite. Ready? Go! I kind of don't like the elite. Just because I feel like if there was ever a spec that wanted an elite that acted like a glyph, it was this, right? Surely when I'm Earth specialized and I've dedicated myself to this toad and to Earth, I want a big Earth feeling elite, right? And likewise, if I go to air, it should change to be really big, like how glyphs work, right? Surely that is the most natural fit. I get that this is kind of like playing against type almost, and that's what makes it fun. But I don't know. I think the most fun thing they could have done is have it a bit like Rampage for... not Rampage, what's it called? We run together, or... What the fuck is the Ranger Elite called?
I earned this.
Seb Subverter. 3 animals, 15 total. All the numbers seem really good on these achievements, like nice and low. Like none of this is grindy to me. Like I expect to do the event a few times. I don't just want to do it once and then that's it. I want to enjoy it. Anyway, you know range arrows on Elite.
Pay for what they've done here.
It makes the pet stronger. I feel like that also, like that probably would have been my most fun idea of a pet here. Like give me a super otter for a little while, or a super fox, or a super toad, or something, and it augments it in some way. I don't know what that would be, but I feel like just as a natural idea. And besides, that plays into the pet theme a bit more. Like, I am disappointed I can't name this pet. Oh, Strength of the Pack. That's what it's called now. Didn't it used to be called Rampage and it changed? Or Rampage as one? I think they renamed it and that's why I get confused about it. Also, there are Guild Wars 1 skills that they're all referencing that also are jangling around in my head, disconnected now. And in a way that doesn't service me.
These ones will breathe free air for another day, and not through cybernetic lungs. Soon we will rid this place of the Inquest entirely. But for today, this is enough.
Very cool. Oh, look, there's a little thing there. I think if I press F on him... No, he's bugged as a part of the event, maybe. I don't know. Right, yeah, okay, I'm in a squad. It's not... I'm just going to go in. I don't think you guys are allowed to join me. But it won't break the squad at least, so that when we get back, we can see what we can do.
I'll need to use the caches lying around here to remain unseen.
I would play with you guys, but it's too many people, and it kind of fucks with the story pacing as well to do a co-op, to be honest. But it might have been an idea to do this one co-op, because when we get to that law book area, you guys could have done the fighting while I read. But we'll just do the screenshot thing. Okay, so distract the guards. Toss something in the guards' direction to pull their attention away from patrolling. Right, so with the mastery, we can stealth. Aha, so look, the mastery has some value. Oh, cool, and we get the full-blown stealth mechanics and everything on patrol. So if I throw that over there... Does he go? I'm running out of stealth now. Does he go? No. And it's a very long cooldown. Oh, already I'm happy with this event, this instance, because it's not just like a bog standard walk forward, kill some generic mobs. Oh, there's another stash there. I probably want that. The thing is, I don't know what the different telegraphs mean. Like, I'm safe in this, yeah? Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, let's chill out for a second. Achievement eligibility. No witnesses. Defeat all Inquest enemies in the Inquest's outer compound. This achievement and tactical infiltration are mutually exclusive. So I get either one or the other. So destroy the security turrets and reach the Inquest base without being seen. Okay, so no witnesses is just kill everyone, don't play the game. Tactical infiltration is the one that I'll go for. So our job is to destroy the turrets without being seen. So the turrets presumably will see me when I start fighting them, but they don't count. Now, what does this magneton destabilizer do? Can I just shoot it from here? Right, I haven't been seen, and if I stand in it... Okay, they just, like, drag me around. They're really squishy. Holy fuck. And I say that because my build is honestly not very... Like, I could put 90 bleeds on, and they'll still just slowly be degenning. I do have a bit of flat damage on there, though. So the last thing I want to figure out is how these ground telegraphs work. So they become strong blue ones when I'm near? No? Yes? I think when you get within a certain radius, the telegraph updates. Grab whatever's handy and throw it to distract the guards. So... So I'm going to throw that near him, maybe? Does it have to be close to him? Oh, that kind of looks like he did actually run to that, didn't it? Oof, the cooldown is so long to test how it even works. I'm gonna go really wild with this one. All the way over there. Let's see if anyone reacts to that. Maybe it has to be within the blue. Oh no! Oh look, they're all going for it. Oh, including that guy. Aha. Okay. I think. Or was he just patrolling in general? Let's see. I'm going to throw one all the way over there by that mosquito. No, they're not all moving. I have an opportunity. Oh, but that guy's coming. Oh, the turret hit me. Holy fuck. I just got to learn how Right, I'm going to throw from within to within. Okay, that did something. Not much, though. How does that help? That's too short range. You think Magneton is a Pokemon? Yeah, it's 3 Magnemites stuck together. That's all correct, as far as I know. Right, fuck it. I'm going all the way over here. Throwing that over there. Oh, but once I'm in combat, I can't pick that up again. They're so squishy. To be honest, all I have to do is throw one button at them and they're dead. Right, it's 4. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, bless me. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go. So we should be safe. We should be safe. So I've got to get this one.
I'm getting pretty tired of being stuck on watch. Why aren't Seb's experiments?
That seems a bit dicey. Oh god.
Are you insane? Those things are completely unstable. I don't want them anywhere near me.
Okay, these random technicians do not count as patrols, so I'm okay. I'm just looking here to make sure I'm not near the boundary of the instance. I should have killed that turret, by the way, because I did get the 3 on it. He's dead as well. Is that a turret I want to break? No. Another survivalist supply to stash here. Oh. I'm going to go for that central turret. It's getting in and out again that's tricky. I think that's it. I think we're fine. Oh, give that one up. Oh, we'll get out this way again, I guess. Oh, we're not eligible. Ah, I fucked it up. Who saw me? I wasn't near any patrols. I don't know how this works. I don't know how to distract them. Alright, well, we'll kill everyone then. Alright, we failed. Sorry about that, guys. I did try. I'm inclined to blame the mechanic. But let's just say that's on us. I don't know. I couldn't figure out the logic of how to reliably move them around. And you can only test once every 20 goddamn seconds, so it was a bit... Oh, the non-patrol NPCs do count.
As a reminder,
right.
There are now forces here who mean to interfere with our work. Therefore, any intruders are to be terminated by whatever means are available. Failure to do so will result in reassignment.
Oh, that sounds like a euphemism right there.
That's my blood.
Right, head up the stairs to the command center. But we want to kill all of these guys. Oh, look at these augmented swift wings, by the way. I think a lot of these models and things are really cool. It's just that problem of the game's visual noise makes me play zoomed out a lot. So I don't really look at them too... Like, if I want to be zoomed in like this, the screen's going to start flashing and going a bit mental. Send pet, win. Oh my god. You got the achievement just by having your pet run in and do it because the pet can't be detected by the patrols? That's amazing. I was thinking 1500 range can probably get a few of these things down. I've got my bullets in the wrong order at the moment. There we go, that's better. Give myself barrier instead of preferred bleeds. Alright, there you go. No witnesses. Defeat all the Inquest enemies. It's a bit dark, really, isn't it? I don't imagine this being that bloodthirsty, but hey. We could roleplay it that way. What was she originally? Did I tell her to be ferocious? I don't know if it even logs it. Yeah, I was charming.
Ah, the AC-13 defense grid. Beautiful and deadly. There must be a grounded power source for it nearby.
Is that more Asura dialogue? I cannot imagine a Norn running up and remarking on that. That's got to be more Asura dialogue. That's so good. They did such a good job. Do you know what? This takes me back a bit. Remember how Hawthorns had the heavy Sylvari focus? And for a while, it was just that thing of everyone was saying... Oh, we want a Norn expansion. We want a Char expansion. I mean, Christ, I was talking about the Char expansion, quote unquote, for so long. I kind of feel like we're in the Asura expansion, you know, almost. That's so good. Right, so there's a door. Whoa. By the way, all the assets and shit, that door looks cool as fuck. So I don't think I want to even try and go up those stairs. Look for a way to disable the lethal electrical defense field. Look at this lab. Wow.
How did you get in here? Those worthless guards. When I'm finished with you, they're next.
Oh. It's really unfortunate that that's the same voice that we just heard with the Giwl thing. I mean, it's a good voice.
Armor in hand.
Brizzy, by the way. I don't recognize this character name. Let's see how many bleeds we can end up building here. Oh, I can't build many if she's stun locking me. Oh my god, am I fucking something up? Just stay away from that, I guess. Up to 50. I can't do much if I get forced away. Oh, I fucked up elemental precision there, I think. 75. See, 80. You see how she's not dying, though? It's because I don't actually have that. It's because I'm using Celestial. If we played this on Viper, there's 90. Now we're dropping off.
I need an antidote.
Did I just... Were there mechanics to this? Oh, she's stealing my boons as well. That was cool. Did you see that? She had all my quickness and alacrity. Let's see if there were any cool skills we were getting hit with there. Disruption emitter, boomerang, symbiotic wave. Sounds like an amalgam thing. Alright. Someone was messaging me in wrong chat. I like this. It's the control panel for the electrical grids. Scrawled on top in someone's handwriting is Seb sucks. Kuda? You won't be happy about that. Let's turn off the grids. Enter the main level upstairs. They were amalgam animations. Ah, there you go. Alright, nice. The door's open. Dude, look at that fucking animation on that door. How? There's some kind of teleporter here. Okay, my guess is I'm going to pick up a lore document in there, and mobs are going to teleport in from these, and I'm going to get just a wave assaulted from those. That's what...
Where is everyone?
Yeah, it's a bit... Ooh. Ooh, cutscene. Who is that?
It is an incalculable delight to finally meet you, Commander. Your reputation precedes you, as I fear mine must precede me. I think you'll find me...
He must be the director.
Details you've heard. I won't waste your time with trivialities. Both of us are far too busy for that.
What a voice! Holy shit!
I want you to help me save our world.
Whoa! And what a line! Dude, the slow fade out on the dialogue there, the subtitle.
What do you mean?
I wish I had time to explain everything now, but Kuda's guards are closing in. We can't be seen together. Not yet.
Director Vlogs!
Suffice it to say, I am not your enemy. If anything, I am your sincerest admirer. You represent what we are at our best. Materia will face many more trials in the years to come. We need more like you if we're going to be ready.
He's trying to build super soldiers.
We can't do that while all the power rests in the hands of those like his Garen. It's time to return Tyria's destiny to the hands of her people.
But why Kestora? What are you looking for?
Oh my god, I've got such a naive chippiness to me.
He hasn't told you what was hidden here. Or the Council, what they sent me here to find.
No, the hell. Oh my god, I actually got chills from that. Dude! Good introduction. I think he looks... Okay. He looks... Alright. There's a very big part of me that's wondering if this guy is really old. That's not confirmed. Sometimes I get a bit carried away, so I'm going to just nip that in the bud. Maybe that's not a thing. But my thinking was, his voice is incredible, but it kind of doesn't match the face to me a little bit, because he looks so soft and youthful. But I was thinking maybe that's the thing. Maybe he's like fucking... You know, that's not a real face almost, you know. It's like crazy Inquest tech and stuff that's been unnaturally rejuvenating him. Again, we're kind of Celestial Ministry-ish here a bit. So anyway, that's just a huge side tangent. What a really great impression. I love... So they could have picked... Mort, right? He could have been Director Mort. And they might still confirm he is Mort. But Mort has a mini and we know what Mort looks like, right? And it's not that. So maybe that's why they just didn't go for Mort. Maybe the Mort mystery will be revealed later. But yeah, Vlox, and as we mentioned on the previous part, he might be named Vlox just after some predecessor Vlox, as the Vlox and Excavations were. He's not necessarily 250 years old and all that. Inquest Kingpin. That's excellent. Guys, it's been years. The game's been out for years, and we haven't known who leads the Inquest, and I think they did that really well. I'm very curious about him. And he's doing that thing where, you know, it's blatantly an enemy, but, oh, I'm on your side. And it's like, are they? And that's a really fun space to play in. They proved how fun that place is to play in the Icebreed Saga with Jormag, right? Here we've got someone who's ostensibly opposed to us, but is saying, oh, no, actually, let's work together. You know, that was very captivating with Jormag. And the thing is about the Inquest as well, like, to me, I've always thought of, and the Asura just in general, they're great manipulators and stuff. So this is totally what I'd want. This is cool. He does have the big Guild Wars one, he does, as close as this game can model them, yeah. And I love this thing as well, where we sort of have made an impact on the world. Wasn't someone in End of Dragons very similar to that too? This is good. He's in the fucking chair, by the way. It's the chair. Oh, I'm already transformed, so I can't do it. That's the chair. See? Look. I mean, mine looks a little bit fancier. Oh, and this was totally open to talk. It is a bit creepy, though. No one's here. Just him on his own. And what's this? So... Oh, and it's such a good story as well. Like... What is the overall push about Isgarin in the previous two mini-X packs? That the guy is like I've said it more over and over again. Like, he's not nice, really, right? He's got this thing where he's too old, he's too dispassionate, he's too... Especially in Secrets of the Obscure, they were very good with this stuff. He was happy to throw lives away for the greater good, because he sees the greater good, he sees the bigger picture, but he's like... He holds a lot of things close to his chest. He doesn't explain things properly to us. And it is that superiority complex, right? And there are these negative elements to Isgarin that we should relish in and indulge in. That's what makes the character great, right? And that's... So here we've got someone openly questioning him again, by the way, but in a much better way than what we had last year. Like, I'm totally on board with Vlox. Yeah, like, why the fuck is this guy not... So where will they go with this? Will they crush Isgarin by the end of this? Is he justified in what he keeps to himself? Will we learn about what the Seers did? Oh my god, if it's the whole, like, destruction of their race to create the Bloodstone stuff, it's going to be so good. I am, like... This was pitch perfect for me. And I hate... To an extent, I kind of kill it by just explaining all of it out loud, right? But also, we can just play it for ourselves if you want a raw story. So we'll see. People hate Isgarin in this patch? Oh, well, so far I like the writing. And again, there's a difference between liking the character and liking the media versus liking the character, you know? You can enjoy a good villain, and you can enjoy someone who ends up villainous even though they didn't mean to be, and so on, right? Like, we have to... A little bit of media literacy goes a long way on that. By the way, just completely off topic, Labour... We're going to talk about real-life politics for a second here. Labour has, for the first time in, like, well over a decade, reformed school curriculums. And they've got a lot of really good shit. Anyone living in the UK, look at what they're going to be teaching your kids. It's really good. Like, finances and stuff. And, like, at primary school, like, giving people basic information about, like... And, like, media literacy is coming into the curriculum. Which I 100%... I mean, I studied media at a higher level, but I 100% stand by that. And, like, being able to identify, like, what is real information and, like, you know, what are anecdotes versus what is actual statistics. You know, teaching people not to be so misled by the internet. That's all coming into the curriculum. I think that's all fucking fantastic. Really, really good. I think we're still missing courses on first aid once kids get to 16. But aside from that, really, really actually a rare win for the UK, in my opinion, on that. All right, let's move on. Confidential missive. So this is going to be it, right? I'm going to press F on this, and I need to take a screenshot because we're going to get attacked the second we do. Kuda's coming. So what does that mean, by the way? Oh, this is good because we got so many fucking characters around, and I like them all. Vlox is anti-Isgarin, but is willing to team up with us. Vlox is also anti-Kuda. What did he say? And he seems to have some knowledge. He seems to have some foresight about what's going on in the future. Is he making educated guesses? Or have they been simulating the future in some way, similar to how the Wizards were with their fractal program? Right? Like, it's not unheard of to model potential futures of Tyria. Maybe the Inquest are doing something similar. I mean, Christ, if the Consortium have had their mitts on fractally stuff, then surely the Inquest can too. And in fact, there might even be a close connection to that. But anyway, what I'm trying to find is, where's the Kuda thing? I wish I had more time. Kuda's guards are closing in. Kuda doesn't like Seb or Vlox, it seems. That's a bit crazy, isn't it? She's coming for the king? That would mean that Seb is kind of anti-Isgarin and willing to be good to us. I don't know where we're going. Alright, so I'm just going to take a screenshot real quick. Possibly multiple because we're going to have different pages. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Liz will probably speak as well.
They sanctioned this?
More readily than you can imagine.
Okay, I got it.
And they'd have kept it from you forever. They can't be trusted. Neither can Isgarin.
Oh, what does it say?
I will tell you more.
What does it say?
Take this comms device and anything else you need. A token of friendship.
What does it say? Okay, and then there's going to be an attack, right?
They secured the perimeter and you can't be here!
What? Did he just... So in their mind, is Vlox fleeing from us? Alright, let's just kill these things. Oh god, yeah, that's unfortunate. What can I say that I didn't already say in the first instance? The script should fire when we close the panel, not when we open them. Maybe this whole instance was actually scripted, expecting that.
Reinforcements are on their way.
Dude, I'm just going to hold him here. This is LOSing 101.
Don't fail me.
Who's speaking? That's Kuda. Kuda wants me dead. I went into this expansion thinking Arenanet were going to have me team up with her. But if I end up teaming up with the fucking director instead... Because, you know, like... In terms of going new places with the story, we did have a really incredible female Asura antagonist just the other day in End of Dragons. Right? So I can see the instinct to say, well, we're not going to do that again with Kuda. But maybe precisely knowing that instinct is there and looking past it is the subversion we were all looking for. Alright, if they just keep wandering around, I'm going to pop the screenshot. Oh, no, they're coming. Focus on the part, WP, not the endless waves. Oh, this would be endless, would it? Okay, let's see. Search the building for a golem repair kit suitable to the PTM's model. The thing is, I want to read the thing. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to LOS these in. And I'm going to leave that guy with the 2 bleeds alive. Hopefully. I just put another fucking 5 on him somehow. See, look at that. 17 bleeds. And oh, no. Another one ran in. Nah, it's not going to work. I was thinking leave one alive so that then... so we can have peace to read. Well, it is what it is, guys. We'll just have to read it after. Let's look for the golem thing.
My defenses are down.
Right, search the building. Alright, up there. No, I know they keep coming, but maybe if you don't kill the previous wave, then it will halt the progress of additional ones. And I can just read while one guy pew-pews me. Does that make sense? Make a hasty exit through the teleporter. So I got the thing. Liz has got her eyes on the prize. I would have forgotten all about the reason we even came here. Alright, we TP out. Okay. There we go. Alright, what does this say? Come on, my screenshots folder is so fucking full up at the moment, guys. Alright, it's not the best crop because I just took it in the moment. If any of you are curious how I did this, Windows Shift S. If you're an old fogey, you're not learning, you're not keeping up with the times, you could have been doing this for at least 3, 4, 5 years. Get used to it. Windows Shift S, the Windows snipping tool, it's very powerful. And its brother, Windows Shift R, is also incredibly powerful. Once you do something with either of those, you can just Control-V it into any Discord channel. You can make quick videos that you post to other people in seconds. Believe me, guys. Use them. Okay, so confidential missive. It is with considerable excitement that we await the results of our joint venture, Director. I'm guessing this is Flax that wrote this. Now more than ever, it is vital that we reinforce this council and the Asuran people for the journey ahead. Oh, by the way, earlier when Vlox said to me, this is good for our people. Was that Asura-specific dialogue as well? Because it sounded like he was talking about we the Asura. And again, if I was a Char, I feel like that phrase would have been slightly different. It felt like it tweaked. Wait, what? It's not on Windows Skyward anymore. Wait, what even is Windows Skyward? No, I'm on Windows 11 and Windows Shift S exists. Windows 11 is all under screenshot. No need for snipping. Windows Skyward is spyware. No, not Asuran specific. He just meant we Tyrians. Yeah, okay. Well, it kind of worked accidentally, so I'll take it as a win anyway. Alright, now more than ever, it's vital we reinforce this council and the Asuran people for the journey ahead. The artifacts and technology that you will bring back to us will form the foundation for a new golden age. We must remind you, of course, to honor the term of our agreement and bring your findings back only to Rat Assume. We have, after all, invested significant capital in your equipment and provisions. In return, we will ensure that any impediments to your expedition are prevented or significantly delayed. We look forward to an update on your findings. The bottom of the page is marked with the official seal of the Arcane Council. Alright, I don't get what the hubbub is. Why was Liz so freaked out about that? She already knew. Well, okay, so what? She knew Flax was in on it, the head of the council. But she's now aghast to realise it's the entire council? Is that what the hubbub is? Because it's everyone, so to speak? But she knew that they'd signed off. What, she wasn't particularly freaked out to find out about Flax's deception. But now, oh, it's so much worse. Why? Am I misunderstanding? What did she say exactly? They sanctioned this more readily than you can imagine. Like, this isn't news to me. I thought we knew this before we even got to Castora. Okay, and then Vlok said neither can Isgarin be trusted, but Isgarin doesn't come up in this. I thought there was going to be a revelation about the Seers in there. Oh, it's the Astral Ward? What? I don't see any reference to the Astral Ward in there. Oh, he's deleted the message. Yeah, I didn't see anything about the Astral Ward in there. You think it's just it's more of a panic because it's official? Okay, alright. Alright, well there you go. And I can see why that little beat fell through the cracks, so to speak, because that wasn't a huge revelation there, was it? It's just a bit of an annoying moment. It probably got built up a bit in my mind, because I honestly, I got so many messages from you guys. And thank you for that. Honestly, I've ended these videos saying thank you for watching and stuff, and thank you for supporting. And I really do mean it. And the people who have been typing, it's always so fun. Can I just say on that note as well, anyone who is on Patreon, thank you to you. And if you guys are enjoying these Let's Plays, please do feel free to go there. It's the top link in the description right now. And, you know, without that website, I wouldn't be here doing this. You know, and as time goes by, people are always trickling out. So it does take that moment of people saying, okay, I think I will support. That actually does tangibly help me. So anyone who's gone to Patreon, thank you very, very much. And please do consider it. I know that you're all going to forget now because we're just going to keep playing and I'm going to forget to say the outro, so whatever. But I don't know, maybe if you're watching the VOD or whatever, give it a quick pause and have a look over there. Alright, anyway. Enough e-begging and panhandling. Let's move on. Never feel good about that. Back to the start. So yeah, so they called him Vlox. I love that. I wonder if I googled or went on the Wayback Machine, saw anyone asking about what Vlox was back when Eye of the North came out. Because what's quite funny is the Inquest were not a faction introduced until post Eye of the North, until launch Guild Wars 2. In fact, you know what would be really kind of fascinating? Bear with me 1 second, guys. Unfortunately, unlike in my Final Fantasy stuff, I don't have an idle cam I can turn on. Just bear with me 1 moment, 1 moment, 1 moment. Un momento, por favor. Oh, God. I'm scared of going to things on the wiki now, though. Let me just type the Asura. Asura. The movement of the world, Asura. Inquest didn't appear there. That old college tribe. Alright. I wanna read something here. God, the fucking legendary wiki contributors. They've got it all there. Right. Now, last year... I hope you're all enjoying my rewind sound effect that I'm doing so expertly with my mouth. Last year, we were introduced to the Lowland Coden and Waiting Sorrow's backstory, which, if you will recall, actually answered a pretty cool mystery. A mystery that had been seeded by a blog post preceding Guild Wars 2's launch, in which they first discussed to us the origin of the Norn. There was a blog post, it came out, it talked about the Norn coming from the north, and the Coden, sorry, specifically. And there was this story about this missing claw, and clearly they had a mystery in those blog posts from pre-Guild Wars 2, and here was a mini expansion in 2024 that revealed those answers. So here's what's on my mind. We're now in a mini expansion, just a few months later. Did Arenanet do the same? So, last year we had those articles about the Norn and the blog post. Here's what at that same thing, there was a blog post teaching us about the Inquest. Let's reread this real quick. Although not actually a college, the Inquest is the largest crew in it. This is old stuff. This was released to us in like 2011 or something. Although not, and I'm just wondering if they seed a mystery or something about Vlox that now they hook into, just like they did last year, right? That's my curiosity. Although not actually a college, the Inquest is the largest crew in Asuran culture, and it's a relatively new organization. Where traditional Asura training goes through an apprenticeship at one of the 3 colleges, the Inquest has begun a system of corporate training that is structured rather than a series of progressive aptitude tests. When an Asura can pass a test, she is immediately given the next. Oh yeah, they were doing this thing where it was always she in these blog posts. It was never they, it was never he, which also at the time was a neutral understanding. No. We specifically had to female gender everything. They were like on a high horse about it. When Asura, and it always took me out of like the immersion of reading it, because it was like, man... Anyway, it's not that the impulse is wrong, obviously. Anyway, when an Asura can pass a test, she is immediately given the next test, and her clearance among the Inquest is upgraded accordingly. This leads to a great deal of cheating, of course, both for and against the aspirants. An Asura graduate... No! Oh. Alright, someone remind me to unmute that. An Asura never graduates from the Inquest, as they do from the other colleges of the Asura. Once you join the mega crew, you're a member for life, even if the other Inquest members are forced to make sure that life is a necessarily short one. An aspirant is given a crew assignment and expected to work on their individual task regardless of whether they understand that task's purpose in the greater schema. They sacrifice their own desires for the greater good of the Inquest's body of knowledge, like it or not. The Inquest combines the strengths of the various college disciplines, but they only use what they need, abandoning deeper understanding of those theories in favor of quick and profitable return. They are more than willing to burn out their young inventors, souring them on their work, rather than waste time with rest and unprofitable accounting of time. Why would anyone willingly join this group, I ask, as we all think that about our own day jobs? Unlike the 3 Asuran colleges, which delight in sharing newly completed discoveries, if only to victoriously rub them in one another's faces, the Inquest do not share their information beyond the Inquest itself. Instead, they occasionally even go so far as to sabotage the promising research of college crews that impinges upon what the Inquest sees as proprietary design. Where the colleges see power as a useful tool towards understanding the eternal alchemy, the Inquest sees power as a goal in and of itself. Inquest founders looked upon the amount of knowledge lost when Korra's sun was wiped out by the destroyers. This is a city that was below the surface we know nothing about, by the way. We've never been there. It's only referenced here. Wouldn't it be amazing if Vlox talks about that place in the script in a minute? And judged with a signal drop to be complete... Sorry, let's read that again. Inquest founders looked upon the amount of knowledge lost when Korra's sun was wiped out by the destroyers, and judged such a signal drop to be complete anathema to their purposes. Gathering information in its pure crystalline form is their intention, and they will stop at nothing less than the sum of all knowledge. Indeed, the ultimate goal of the Inquest research is to achieve control of the eternal alchemy, and with it, all of Tyria. You know what? It's fantastic then to oppose an organization like this with someone like Isgarin, who has that knowledge. I mean, the Elder Wizards themselves. Think about that document we read from Lear earlier, where Lear was saying it's like getting blood out of a stone, getting these people to just fucking talk about things. Like, why is Waiting Sorrow not talking about the heart of the obscure? I interpreted that document as just kind of, you know, a little sorry to the player base that felt that was lacking in the previous story. But no. You know, if we really push this, we say, look, here's these ancient wizards. They know all this stuff. They're not sharing it. And the Inquest would hate that perhaps more than anyone else. So, of course, they loathe Isgarin. And then we got this short story. Delix crouched at the base of a golem, slowly inserting each shoe into its canoptic non-abstraction analyzation bay. 4 shoes in all, one for each member of his crew, followed by his own, slid down the gullet of the mighty, if rough-hewn, stone defender. Processing, the golem chirruped, its voice bubbling up, raw and scratchy from the gleamy crystal epicenter. Processing. Understood, targets acquired. Delix stood up and patted the golem with a wide smile, wincing only as his affectionate tap caused a shingle of stone to fall off. He quickly reattached it. Come on, BEMM. Time to show your stuff, Delix said, as the golem stepping forward, its massive armament aglow in the dimness of the underground. By the time they burst it out into the main Skrit cavern, it was already a free-for-all. The war golem's crystals flashed and shimmered, bolts flying in every direction. It was a rabid explosion of destruction, uncontrolled and completely unhampered by any attempt at silly things like aiming or conservation of energy. On the ledge above, Poisey and Nim screamed. Bolts flew through them, striking them solidly, but where Skrit toppled over, screaming and squirming... Hold on, I'm a little bit nervous. 1 second. Am I reading a later batch of an overall short story that... Yeah, sorry guys. This short story is not a part of the Inquest section. It was a general short story about the Asura in all, and this is the last section. And we have read this before. It's not going to be about the Inquest. And indeed, I'm not even starting from the beginning, so there's no point in us reading this. I just clocked that when even more character names came up without explanations as to who they might be. Which, you know, sometimes is fine, but... Okay, so there you go. So yeah, a little bit about the Inquest, but nothing too specific. And nothing about Vlox. Yeah, the context was Lex's thing with the Skrit. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because that was kind of a larger blog post. For more of this style, see Ghost of Ascalon. I think I was a bit slower and put more energy in with Ghost of Ascalon, to be honest. But yeah. Don't forget volume. Thank you. Oh my god, look at that. Yes, you're right. Alright, let's keep going. Bring the golem repair kit to the PTM. Oh, it's another instance straight away. Oh, I'm sorry to everyone in the squad. We've barely been able to do things together. We're still on step 5, technically. Yeah, some Asura get frustrated with their college rules and find that solution in the Inquest, definitely.
Oh, don't worry, Zeke. I'm not going to hurt him.
According to an index search, my name is Pro-Tour Matthew. That can't be right.
Maybe you should power down while I do this.
Oh, I love this, that I'm a fucking Asura doing all of this. This is so fitting. This is so good. I mean, check out my SYND 111. Yeah, look at that. Oh, is it a Cindy? Because I'm Synergetics. Holy shit! Wait, is it? Guys, if you're statics or dynamics, does the designation name change on your golem? If that's true, 1, that's a cool detail. 2, I never knew that in like 14 years. WP, what is your theory why PTM doesn't use the typical golem dialogue with dashes? Well, because it's got a brain in it. It's a person, isn't it? We already established this. They made no secret of that. That this is not a normal golem. That someone's been downloaded into it, Blish style. I mean, I just took that... Well, okay, they didn't quite. Maybe I'm jumping the gun there. They've stumbled on this special golem that's not only friendly, but able to talk and reason. I don't know, I'm just coming at this expansion operating from a position of these guys are downloading consciousnesses into things. Like, I think the cybernetic monsters are also Inquest lackeys. They're people. It's like a Full Metal Alchemist thing a little bit, you know, the the little girl that gets turned into a dog or whatever. That's kind of where I'm coming at this from. That they got their hands on what Goric and Blish were doing, and you know, they've been using it. And I think, okay, and I'll go one further. What if this dog was the pet of the Asura that's been stuffed into it? Right? What if there was an Asura that had a pet, and now it's been transferred, and the dog somehow like knows, and that's why the dog's hanging out with it? Well, it says it's a Corsair ship dog. Oh God, what if they've been abducting people, and once you become cyberized, you don't quite know? I don't know. I think there's some transhumanism going on here. That's what I think. PTM is now in a powered down state, ready for repair procedures to be started. All right, let's see if we can get you working. I learned a skill locked. Yeah, I noticed it's been telling me I'm learning skills. Oh shit, I didn't look. Was it that? Did I fuck it up? I think I fucked it up. Like, I learned sketch because of the sketching, like, animals in the first heart here. And I thought that was quite funny because it's like I'm a Picto or something, you know. Red, red, red. Yellow. Blue, yellow, red, blue. Blue, yellow, red, blue. Yellow, red, blue. Yellow, red, blue, yellow. Oh, these aren't getting harder. They're just 4 each time. Blue, yellow, blue, red.
Now you're an expert in golemancy, Commander. Where do you even
what? This would best be fucking unique right
I
here.
studied golemancy in college.
Yes!
I'm surprised you're not here. What about the pub?
Delegation is the mark of great leaders, Commander. You could stand to do more of it yourself.
Let's start now. You make sure nobody bothers the golem while it reboots, and I'll go update the others.
Hoist by my own petard.
Sorry, I got distracted by chat there. What did Canuck say? Delegation is a mark of great leaders. You could stand to do more of it. Okay, I'll delegate you. You make sure no one bothers the golem while it reboots. I like this. When we delegate, it's always to tell people to do the standing around boring bits. You know, we get to go do the active stuff. And in real life, it would be the reverse. You wouldn't want to do the things where it puts you in danger or it costs a lot of energy and you risk breaking your bones and it taxing on your fitness and stuff. So that works out quite nicely with video games. You find that with VR as well, right? Like, all the stuff you think would be really fun in VR, like going out on these big epic adventures, you quickly realize when you're actually physically doing it, it's kind of a different ballpark. And suddenly, you know, like cockpit games, like racing games and spaceflight games and stuff are actually sometimes more fun. You didn't get any unique dialogue for Engie here? Well, being an engineer shouldn't mean that you know about Asura golems, personally. I mean, maybe some NG dialogue that says something along the lines of, I think I can do this. It's just a big complicated turret, really, or something, you know, sarcastically. Maybe. But yeah, the college line was obviously Asura specific, yes, obviously. Oh yeah, okay, Costage has actually got some good points here. So in terms of golems, people being in golems, yes, it is true. One of the vanilla starting Asura storylines does feature that. It's not just a thing that happened with Blish. In the base story, there's like 2 star-crossed lovers. I can't remember the exact specifics of why and what, but there's a few outcomes, I think. But basically, yeah, the 2 Asura do download themselves into these golems, and they live together happily ever after as golems. That's one of the endings, at least. So yes, that is, but I'm pretty sure that's like when you play that story, that's not like a standard thing that Asura do. That's a really rare, really experimental, dodgy technology, and it's not perfect, and it's like cutting edge. So like that's something that Asura were on the cusp of at launch, was refined further with the Blish situation. And now maybe the Inquest have perfected it and are doing it a lot. But it was, until maybe now, and amongst the Inquest now, I think it's always been a fringe thing. When I see a golem, I don't assume there's a person in the golem. When I summon this skill, there's not a person, right? It's animated rock and so on. And, you know, whatever's in figured out with the golem's eye and all of that. But so they're not people. But the Inquest, it's evil enough that, you know, maybe they are. All right, touch base with Ritlock and Saida. Hello, guys.
Ritlock, Saida, are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Find anything useful?
You could put it that way. I ran into Vlox.
The Inquest leader? This sounds like a
Ooh.
What did you find out?
I think I have more questions than when I started. He's certainly not what I was expecting.
Well, we're up north getting set up. Why don't you come fill us in when you get the chance?
All right, the storytelling is a bit broken.
Friend has finished rebooting, and thus my duties.
Oh yeah, wow, what a tough job you did.
Maybe you should go join Saida and Ritlock up north. I'll be there shortly.
Ah yes, of course. Someone has to keep those miscreants out of trouble.
Okay, so just to recap, in the last part we read this journal entry. This journal entry here, following the frequencies, the skimmer uncovered a hastily written communication to Kuda. This one mentioning a director whose name seems to be Vlox, right? That sentence appears in the journal. But I've played it twice now. I played it on the Let's Play here, and I played it on my Troubadour. It does not come across that way in-game. The actual document you pick up and read does not talk about the director being called Vlox. And likewise, as I discussed when we got into the map, Guild Wars has a habit of not doing the small conversations. There was never a moment where I spoke to Saida and Ritlock and we said, oh, Vlox, the director, blah, 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 blah. That never happened. None of that's on screen. It's here in the journal, but it's not in-game. And so that line just now where Saida says, the Inquest leader, Vlox? Like, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. All that comes to my mind when I hear her say that is, oh, why does she know his name already? Because none of that shit happened. The only reason I get that maybe Arenanet fucked up somehow is because I read this. If throughout the course of this LP I wasn't reading these journal things, that line would have made no sense to me at all. And in fact, I would have hated the line because I would have thought, why the fuck does a random Corsair know the leader of the Inquest? When I didn't know the leader of the Inquest for 14 years, and it's apparently a mystery. But what, she just knows? It's already a stretch that she just happened to know about Castora, but we've pushed that aside, and now this too. So that's just awkward. And this is the kind of thing that they were fucking up with at the end of Janthir Wilds, where it's like the story's disconnected and what they think they've written hasn't been written. There's something going on about their process with the storytelling where shit like that's falling through the cracks. What do you guys think about everything I just said? Do you think I'm being hysterical and wrong? Am I missing something? It just doesn't work. G-Nick is trying to rationalize it and says Saida could have been nosy and was watching you write in your journal. I don't care that we can rationalize it. Right, yes, there are any number of little headcanny ways we can worm our way through it. I don't want to have to do that, though. I think it's the result of wires getting crossed in the storytelling room. At some point, as this stuff's getting implemented, it's not making it into the game, and it's getting disjointed. I don't care that we can rationalize it. The point is, it's damaged the quality of the storytelling in the first place to me. No, this is a miss. No, you had the same reaction. You're correct, WP. I don't recall any mention of Saida or us figuring out the name. Yeah. Okay, all right, all right. And the reason I ask there is not to prompt a bunch of questions of people agreeing with me, because that makes me so happy. No, it's because I sincerely want to defend the game if there's a defense, but I think they fucked up there. All right, let's move on, though. Let's move on.
Have your cognitive faculties been repaired?
Indeed. My systems have been repaired, and I can now officially introduce myself as Prime... At any rate, I am pleased to assist you with any questions you may have.
What is this a Prime thing? Stuff like what we just discussed, by the way. The thing is, if I ever wrote a review, I would want to discuss that entire thing properly, but it's going to be so convoluted to remember and like accurately re-describe a month from now or whatever. And that's what puts me off doing the reviews, because I would want that detail in there. I would want it explicitly explained, but I'm just not going to be able to do it once I've got some distance. But hey, we have the Let's Plays at least, where it's all explained and talked about. And that's true for JW, and that was true for SOTO. So, have your facilities been repaired? Yes. He still doesn't know his name. Here's what I think it is, guys. I think that the Inquest are putting real people into these golems, into the cybernetic monsters. But I think as a part of the process, they deliberately strip out their memory or their identity so that they won't despair and all that. And that's so tragic and so sad and so brutal and so cunning. I love it all. I think that's amazing. I really hope that is the story. He doesn't know his name because they ripped that out of his brain. That information isn't necessary. All that's necessary is that he can perform his functions, right? How grim is that? But aside to all of that, he's calling himself Prime. Prime, the PTM. P for Prime. I don't know what the T or the M is. Or was his name Prime before? Was he a Primus or something? What can I ask you with? What can I assist you with? What can you tell me about Vlox's... And why would a random Inquest golem know all about Vlox here? What can you tell me about Vlox's past?
He served in various posts within the Inquest prior to assuming the directorship.
He was not the first director. Cool.
These include as a lead field researcher and originally as a golemancer. Before that, he was a hydrological engineer in Radasum until... Records show he filed several official warnings about the structural integrity of the Magus Dam before it collapsed.
Ah.
The Arcane Council formally dismissed these warnings and barred him from taking any action himself. That is the end of his time.
Oh, that's amazing.
There is a gap between that and his time with the Inquest, but no records of it are available.
That's so good, because what did we just ask on the Let's Play? We said, what drives people to join such a shitty organisation as the Inquest? Shit like that. Bureaucracy and nonsense at Radasum pushes people away. I never knew that the dam had ever burst. I think they might have just written that into the setting. Is it this dam? Oh, no. They're talking about this, right? They must be talking about this dam. I never knew that had burst. There might be a random Asura that talks about it in Radasum. Like how they talk about the previous golem uprisings and stuff. But that's awesome. That's so cool. That's a nice little bit of world detail. He was a hydrological engineer. I wonder if that connects to anything else. Hydrological engineering kind of came into Ender Dragons a good bit, obviously with where they were hiding Suwon. I doubt there's any real connective tissue there. So what is Vlox searching for? Okay, so he's not the original director. We don't know who the past directors were. We don't know who originally founded the Inquest. Those are all juicy mysteries and hooks for potential future storylines, whatever. We can get rid of this idea that he's really long-lived. That's definitely a Celestial Ministry thing more than anything else. Not that it couldn't be both. It would just feel weird, right? So anyway, all right. So he's just a really cunning Asura that's managed to rise up to the leader of the Inquest. Quite the accomplishment. And he's probably done it in a very cutthroat way. What is he looking for?
None of the orders issued to the crews specified any object by name or description. However, each of the assigned search locations is associated with the Seers. The status for each objective is still listed as open, so the desired objects must not be collected yet. That is all of the information I have security clearance to access.
Some kind of seer artifact.
I apologize that I haven't...
Oh shit, he's fucking speaking to me.
Working with the Inquest necessitates a level of secrecy.
Why work with the Inquest at all?
The Inquest are the only tool that was available. A hammer is a cruel instrument, but we would struggle to build without it. We just need to know when to put it down. I'm using an evil thing to do good, and destroying the evil in the process.
But what are you planning to do? You still haven't told me.
When you peered into the eternal...
Holy fuck, he's talking about Omad's machine.
...for you. Yes, our possible futures. I'm trying to prepare Tyria for what's to come. To do that, we have to remove the impediments to individuals like you. If we continue to let Iskaran and the Tyrian Alliance make our decisions, we won't survive.
I think you should come and work with us then. We can improve things together.
Oh, Liz.
I trust you entirely, Commander. But I can't say the same for your friends. Continue on your path for now. I don't intend to stop you. But do think on what I've said. We'll speak again soon.
Dude, I don't give a fuck if the ends justifies the means is played out to you or cliche or whatever. It's fine. I'm all about a villain who sees that the ends justify the means. I'm all about that. Bring it on. Hell yeah, I wonder what his plan is then. Dude, it's so good that we're playing an Asura right now because, like, when he says, I trust you entirely, Commander, it feels like there's still a sense of Asuran superiority to that. It feels like he's saying that, like, yeah, you've always done right by the world, but by us Asurans, and you would continue to do right by us Asurans. But the Tyrian Council, sorry, the Tyrian Alliance, there are other interests, there are other races, there are other nations, there are other societies, right? And these ancient wizards and stuff. Like, it really feels like it's... And that adds an extra, like, villainous element to that they're not even actively writing for, because I'm sure that that's not actually specific dialogue. I'm sure all commanders hear that. That's not variant dialogue. But because I'm Liz, it, like, immerses me into that feeling, you know? And it leaves that extra question mark now. Does he really like me? Or is he just an Asuran bigot, basically, you know? And I love how, like, nice Liz is. She's completely... I said naive a second ago, but she's very, very blunt about it. She's like, no, let's work together. You don't like that alliance? Well, guess what? You join it, you get a vote, right? You get a veto. You get to be a part of the conversation. But the fact is, you don't get to be a dictator and decide it for yourself. That's the whole point, right? I want to know more about why he doesn't trust our allies. And I want to know more about why Kuda doesn't like him. Oh, imagine if Kuda doesn't like him because of her father. What was her take about her father in the last... The greater good. Yes, and if Hot Fuzz has ever given us a story about that. As long as we win the Village of the Year award, alright, we'll do anything. So, yeah, was there anything about... Did she resent her father? Did she like her father? Did she feel like he got fucked over by the Inquest and not deserved? You know, like maybe she just has a grudge against Vlox because she feel the post was stolen from her dad or something. Talk to the PTM again, WP, before you leave. Oh shit, yeah, he's got an icon. Is there anything else I can assist you with? You're an unusual golem for the Inquest to have here. Who built you?
According to my internal registry, curious. It's not corrupted data. It just appears no one ever filled it out. Engineers are often quite busy, however, so some gaps in documentation are expected. But my primary purpose is intact, and that is to provide companionship and constructive feedback.
Is that really?
Ah, yes. That is what my name stands for. Platonic time... I will remember eventually. No. Unfortunately, it has to start with P, T, and M. That would have been a good guess otherwise.
Oh, he's amazing! He can speak, dog! I wonder what Zek was saying. How do we say the dog's name? Zeki? Zeki? Is there anything else I can help you with? Dude, this fucking line, they have taken that from ChatGPT, Gemini, large language models, right? Like, that's how they sign off. You ask them to process something for you, and then it will say, is there anything else I can help you with? I see that you and the dog are getting along well.
Another testament to my great...
Zeke, okay.
It's fortunate that I arrived when I did to protect him from those brigands. This is a dangerous place for a young gentleman like him to be without a proper escort. He is also nearly as adept at companionship as I am. One should never let one's ego grow too large, Zeke.
You better not put down Zeke, WP. Oh, man, why you got to do that? I don't want to be thinking about real-life sadness right now. Oh. Dude, I've been, like, leaning forwards on the edge of my seat, like, gripping my mic with a big smile on my face the whole way through this instance. I've really, really liked this. Damn. Very good. Very good. And good advice as well. Let's not let our ego grow too large. He's nearly as adept at companionship. Oh, that's so sweet. Calling him a young gentleman.
So, that's all it is. We just need a small investment now to cover our transportation costs.
Oh, these guys are the swindlers.
Once we get back to the mainland,
His hydro work helps cool the servers for the LLM that's driving all these golems. I think it's got to be a bunch of brains in vats connected to one another. That's what it's got to be, right? It's effectively a Tyrian LLM, but it's a bunch of brains in jars. And the question is, what does any of this have to do with the Seers and Seer project and stuff? Isgaren's been so distant from this. It's very, very cool. I'm really worried about that comment someone just made, that Isgaren, people don't like Isgaren in this expansion. What? Isgaren's so tricky to talk about because he's a character. He's a deliberately unlikable character, but you're supposed to understand why he's unlikable, and that's what makes him captivating. It doesn't stop him being unlikable, but we appreciate the character for that, right? And it gets very difficult to analyze and talk about him when then they do just genuinely write him badly and have our characters reacting to him badly, like last year calling him melodramatic and all that shit, which just doesn't track with how he's presented. So if someone says that people hate Isgaren in this, I don't know how to take that. I don't know whether that's in a positive way or a misunderstood way or a genuinely bad way. All I can do is play it myself, continue the LP, and we'll see. Okay, guys, so I stood here off screen and accidentally unfogged this area. So I just want to play this naturally and normally here. There's a very cool doorway over there that I want to show you all. Fun area of the map to explore. I'm really liking this at the moment. The map is firing on all cylinders. All right, let's try and fly. Ooh. God damn. It's an old nest. There are golem parts here placed as materials in an unusual nest. They're worth bringing back for investigation. Are they? Oh, is this one of those classic ones where I get an item and I double click it? A Saurian's rampaging nearby. I should take care of the Saurian first.
Armor enhanced.
Yeah, break bar? What break bar? Let's summon our golem. And it's definitely not because I fucked up my skill ordering and have no familiar skills available. Oh, yeah, by the way, that's a Saurian. It's one of the Tyrannus. It's the minis. I've fought a couple of those, unfortunately. They're not as big or dinosauric as I hoped. I was hoping for really big enemies. Like cool fucking big dinosaurs. And that's not what Arenanet did with them. So I was a bit disappointed by that. Right, okay. Obviously, we didn't need that hero challenge, but we won that sweet, sweet world comp. 98.2. Disrupt the illusions. Find the creature that's tormenting researchers and drive away. Oh, yeah, I did this event as well. This is a really interesting one. This is one of these little Gwill things from the ring things. Check it out. Look. There's loads of them around. Look. Oh, the cutie little. Look at the eyes. The thing is, though, when you kill them, it's not the real Gwill. It's deceiving you. Watch this. He's going to die. And you see those things shoot off into the distance? That's showing us where the real one is. This whole lake is full of them. And we're trying to figure out which one is real. This is a really cool format of event. Because it works super well with, like, co-op. Like, you can have a bunch of players all around, right? And slowly they'll discover... Shit, I didn't see where the animation went. It's really good. This is the kind of thing that's, like, perfect for a dynamic event because it has the social aspect. There you go. So I know which one the real Gwildel is now. And when I kill it, it will send that message to everyone. There you go. Break its shield. So we break the bar. And then we move on. So we've disrupted one.
Where did it go? I haven't even had a chance to study it yet. We need to find it again, Wayfinder. This is exactly the kind of thing the Astral Lord sent me here to catalog.
I don't know which dev conceived of this as like a concept for dynamic events, but they nailed it. It's really good.
The latent magic to recharge itself. Perhaps that's why it's been so aggressive in defending this area.
All right, that's 2 done. And I've never seen this format before. And by the way, yeah, we're on map 2, and the events are still impressing me in terms of their diversity. It's nothing like last year, where they clearly didn't have time for it or whatever. The small details are still here on the second map. I think it's this one over here. The events are still really good.
There it is.
I'll signal there just for the blind stack to degen it a bit more.
Perhaps that's why it's been so aggressive in defending this area. But it seems that it left behind significant magical residue.
The dialogue in that event seems to be overlapping a bit terribly, but hey, can't win them all. It's so funny. I want to use golem abilities just because the story at the moment. Guild Wars has like never done that. It's never got me invested enough in the race I'm playing that I actually start really wanting to use the racial skills. You know, in the Icebrood Saga, I wasn't wandering around wanting to go into bear form all the time, even though it's shit. But right now, I want to use this golem, even though it's shit. I guess there's a slight difference that this is a fire and forget, and bear form you actually, you know, it will really ruin your combat capabilities because it's so bad. But hey. Right, yeah, what I wanted to show off was the wall to the south. So I climbed this hill. Look at this. I don't know what this is, but it was a very pretty area. I hear talking. I don't know what that is. First of all, that's cool. I've never seen that. Stone tablet fragment. Starlit tourist. Visit ruins scattered around the starlit world. Ooh, would you look at that? Oh shit, they're all like broken with like... This is clearly all... They're called the splintered pillars. This is very Seer stuff. It's like when you use the legendary key and go in their vault or whatever. And the world spire. Anyway, look at this. Look at that! We must be at like some old Seer outpost or something. How cool is that? And you know what that just makes me think of? I remember a very, very old post from like Ree Sosby, I think, on the forums, where there was an interview before Guild Wars 2 came out, and people were obsessed with the Massart, because of course people are obsessed with the Massart. And not that I judge that, I am too. They someone said, will we find like evidence of the Massart? And Ree said, look, scattered all over Tyria are ruins, and who knows, some of them could be Massart ruins. It was effectively, that's what she said. And I always was excited about that in Guild Wars and never really got a sense. But here we're actually getting it. This is fucking Seer ruins. Obviously not the Massart, but the other half of the story. The Fountain of Blessings. Ooh. Looks a bit like a Mystic Forge, doesn't it? I mean, some old equivalent of LA? Wow. Yeah, I never came close to this wall. I just saw it in the distance and turned around. Oh my god, visited 3 out of 6 sites. Oh no, it's happening too quick. Mind you, there are 13 of them. Is it safe to drink from a celestial fountain? The crumbling wall still guards the forest edge. This pillar must have been towered over the area before it crumbled. Do you think that map 3 is down here then? They did put the Castoran region name there, and it would make sense that they would... keep them nearby, maybe. I mean, look, by the way, look at all the landmass here. Look at this. There's all this shit up here. Oh, and that reminds me. So I'm not doing Q&A. So someone sent me a message, said, hey, WP, I missed the Q&A sections you were doing at the start of the Secret of the Obscure and Chanthea Wilds playthroughs. And like, yeah, I get it. The thing is, I want to play this more of the story, really. We will do more and more of those as time goes forwards. Don't you worry. But anyway, I do have a comment for today. There's so many to pick and choose from. And keep dropping them, guys. I'm still reading them. But RPG Crash said, I was looking at the Tyrian world map today, the one in the Whispers base. So I think he means the globe, which isn't really a map, right? The globe texture. And that's in lots of other places. Anyway, he says, now with Arid being Castora, and Castora not being arid at all. See, the thing is, the Dermot Priory floor map that got us the name Arid. Anyway, now with Arid being Castora and Castora not being arid at all, I'm assuming that that world map no longer has any semblance of legs to stand on. I mean, we always knew, but Castora was the first thing that properly destroys it. It wasn't even one of the places that was named after a dev. Yeah, you're right. I think the Dermot Priory floor we can look at with less concretedness, let's say. There's probably a better word for that. What is a good word for that? Someone teach me. Anyway, because, yeah, the patches have been decaying its accuracy, haven't they? I mean, the other thing that just springs to my mind with this is the Dermot Priory floor map didn't just show this landmass. It didn't show a landmass that looked anything like this in terms of shape, by the way. Anything like this. But it actually showed shipping lanes. It showed shipping lanes down to the battle isles and over here. And the story that we've been given here is that's really... Like, you could say, oh, it's an old map back when these were active. But even then, it still doesn't work because there has not been active shipping traffic and stuff and communication with the people that live here. It's been horrible terrain to get to. The legitimacy... Yeah, legitimacy is kind of good. It fits, but in a different way to what I was going for. But yeah, let's say legitimacy. Anyway, so yeah, maybe this right here will be the portal. Come back in a few months. Well, no, actually, patch 1 is not going to have the map, is it? Look, guys, it's that moment again. Who was here when I explored up here last year, remember? And we said, oh, this is going to be the entrance to the next map. And it kind of was, in a way. It went to Mount Burial. Oh, I wanted to ask that as well. Oh, let's try that again, but maybe a little bit more manly. Oh, I wanted to ask. Is there no convergence this year? I didn't see on the roadmap that they had a convergence. No convergence. Archway of the Worthy. I'm actually sad about that. I was kind of looking forward to getting my next 100. Archway of the Worthy. It's funny, there's like these pools, worthiness and stuff. So much of it seems so similar to like all the cultural stuff we got from the Massart, which was 10 out of 10. Oh, this is probably going to be a good vista. Oh, there will be a convergence. Oh, in the last update. Oh. They have a tab for it, WP with Mickey Mouse. Oh, that's interesting. Only in the last update. So it's not going to update as the year goes along. To be honest, I'm fine with that. The addition of a new Titan each quarter to the convergence last year didn't do much for me, really. And the year before, a couple of new demons getting added didn't do that much for me. The CM update was really good, though, and I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed some sort of almost triple trouble style, you know, like getting a big squad, 50-man squad for PvE. That was cool. To actually work on a difficult objective. I wonder if they'll make us grind 100 then on the next set, because if it's the last update, it's not long before Mini X Pack 4. Assuming that will be announced. God, what is going on in terms of an announcement for that? Am I out of the loop? Have they actually done one? Like, have they even done any kind of acknowledgement of a Mini X Pack 4? Am I out of the loop? I don't think I am. At what point will they pick for that then? Around now? When there's a lot of hype and a lot of people looking at Guild Wars before everybody filters out? 200 if you want all the AP? I thought it was 50 and then another 50. Yeah, no word on the next X-Pack yet. There's been no announcements. Still waiting on a studio update. They have not... Yeah, see, the thing is, it's their big updates. It's not like the company's birthday is coming. Well, okay, there's the Guild Wars anniversary in August. The company birthday is actually much earlier in the year, isn't it? It's sort of a quieter time because there was no major product release with it. Oh, I want to go fishing here. Every time I see a pretty fishing spot, it says to me, this is where we will get our ultimate fish. Let's get some sushi going. Oh, look at that. It says it's freshwater, but it is tinged with celestial goop. It's funny, when Astralaria got added to the game, who would have thought that visual would get used so much and become such a big part of the identity of the Seers? Because that's what it is, right? It's the Astralaria axe thing that's been remodified and repurposed so many different ways over the years. They usually do a studio update around New Year. Is that true? And I just have never spotted that pattern. Hey, we got a Paku. A Paku? Pasu? Last year, we got a studio update that confirmed VOE right before Jan Theowar's launch. Yes, that's my memory. I'm scared of that. I'm really scared of them not doing an... Oh, God. All this good news, increased quality, best practices, things getting better and better and better, and oh no, we're changing it up. Or maybe the truth is, despite all the talk about it, they are still burning people out, and they are still asking for too many hours, and they are still this and that and the other thing, and it's not working. Who knows? Which will be the real thing that necessitates a change up, money aside. You feel like VOE is just a good X-Back? It's fine, they're shaking up? No, you've got that completely wrong. But the problem with this game has always been not sticking with something long enough to really, you know, well oil the machine and really learn what kind of product they're making, what kind of systems they're putting in, why they're putting them in, and how to do them consistently and expertly and actually build up some kind of expertise and knowledge base. They change it up too quick because it doesn't produce or work quick enough. That's always been the problem. So to say, oh, it's okay now, so fuck it, let's change, that's the worst thing in the world. Keep going and see how high they can climb. That's my view on it. Like, how would you all feel if they did an announcement 6 months from now and said, yeah, we're going back to 1x back every 3 years, sorry, bye. How would you feel, honestly? But it's okay though. We've got this new content. They're called Seer Response Missions. You've never played anything like it, but trust me, it's going to be amazing. Seer Response Missions, and the world will evolve, and they'll have time limit challenges, and you can play them co-op. You know, no one's going to trust that. No one wants that. Because the thing that's really good about this is even mini expect doubters have to acknowledge, oh, they've improved. And if you acknowledge that they've improved 1 year, you can acknowledge they might do it next year again. And ultimately, it will hit your standard. And hey, maybe you actually play the fucking game. So you know. Again, there's this amazing saying I came up with. Oh, no, I forgot it. It's something about water and floating. It'll come back to me one day. You'd cancel your battle pass and stop paying the monthly fee. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's good. A good little comment from you there. That's a nice, subtle little way to point about like, what are we even investing in this shit? They only ever ask you to pay product for product. You're not locked into anything. You have quite a lot of freedom as a consumer in this game. Based on the plots they've teased, they have lots of material. Yes, that's true, but that's also kind of a non-comment. It's very easy to tease a plot. It's very easy to expand a concept or an idea or a notion, you know. Ideas are and always have been cheap. Doesn't really mean anything, in my opinion. Oh, they only have 5 ideas for where they can go. Oh, they have 50 ideas for where they can go. It doesn't have any bearing on whether we'll actually go or see anything. Money, time, and whether the graph is trending up or not. That's all it comes down to. This is called the Well of Stars. So we're definitely in Seer territory now. Map 1 made it sound like this whole place was going to be a lot more deadly and scary. And what do I see? I see pink mowers and mosquitoes. Not too different from the Maguma jungle. Like, these dragon spitters could be bigger. And the Tyrannosauruses, let's have them big. WP, Vlox's name is spelled with 2 X's and Vlox's Falls was spelled with only 1 X. Yeah, we did mention that before. Again, I think that there was an original Vlox, some hero of the Asura perhaps, that lived maybe 300 years ago, 400 years ago in the depths, right? He was the mayor of Korasum, who knows? And he's had various namesakes over the years, and the current director of the Inquest is one such.
For closer study before they're diluted by our presence here. I'd appreciate any amount you can give. Your skimmer should be outfitted for it now.
You know, it's a bit like Philip J. Fry, the first man on the moon. Okay, I didn't really hear. We're doing this samples thing again. Okay, so this is sort of a reused event. Let's do it, though. Oh, it's so weird. Sometimes I just find myself trying to go into fire attunement. Like, I've completely forgotten what build I'm playing. So we kill some things. Fishing more of the water there. Some of this. Do you think they'd go for the idea that the Inquest's real headquarters is located on Melandru's moon? You've lost me. Melandru's moon? I would say I'm just in general, I like the idea of them having like an extra dimensional base, but actually I wouldn't like that idea. I'm done with other dimensions. I really am. I'm done with the mists. I'm not interested in them at all. If you take me back to the mists, take it for one big, strong setting. Like the God's New Garden, or like, I would, even the Hall of Heroes, I don't know. Like, give me a world to really invest in. But I don't want to flirt with more other realities. Like we did with Nios. Or like we did in Dragonfall. Oh, we found a meta event here. Secrets of the World. Seb's forces control the courtyard. The courtyard. Oh my god, I'm going all over the place. There's another heart nearby and a waypoint. I'm getting a mail. Is that an NPC or is that a spud? It's people looking for invites. Yeah, guys, we've had plenty of people asking for invites. All I ask, if you are one of the people that just got into the guild, there were too many people, by the way, so I didn't actually send mail responses. Sorry if that seems a bit impersonal. But if you guys got in, all I ask is just be friendly and use chat, because the guild is really, it's just a chat room, really, isn't it? This must be where the meta takes place. Consecrated Piazza. Oh, and look, there's a fancy fucking looking door over there. Buried under that tree. Some Inquest thumpers. Oh, I love that they give me so many different Inquest characters. I really do. And I don't know what to make of any of them. I don't know what their internal politics are like. I don't know who's really on my side. If any of them ever will be. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Flying on my skimmer. Over great broad vistas. Getting quite low frames here. Look at the grass here. Look at this. Look at that. Is that coming through on the stream at all? This noise. This is what I'm talking about, right? This is fucking gross. This is what we need to deal with in terms of like AA and stuff with this game. This is unbelievable. I've never actually seen it this bad.
Hard to say. Perhaps
it looks like static, right?
Because they didn't have the resources to defend it.
It might be stronger on my monitor than it is on the OBS output. I don't know. Whoa. Whoa, what are you talking about? I just heard the word Massart. Something about the Massart, never found it. Oh shit, this is like Priory people researching the seers. Oh, baby. A fragmented poem, shattered history, Read all the fragmented remains of ancient tablets that have survived for millennia. Ruins of the Old World. Oh shit, step 6 is called Ruins of the Old World. The text on this tablet is heavily damaged. Only a small segment is legible. Beneath the stars, like watchers' eyes, careful crept we Oathbound 3. And underneath our cold disguise, our hearts alive, happy, free. When long we... The rest is lost to time. That's very, very evocative, isn't it? Immediately. That paints a real picture. I have no idea who or what. A part of my nerd brain flashed to Mercia, the three Massart that approached Saul, but obviously got nothing to do with that. I assume these are 3 disguised seers. Don't forget, by the way, and I might be wrong about this, but Isgarin doesn't really look like a seer in Guild Wars 2, and I'm pretty sure it's canon, isn't it? It's canon that he chooses to look a bit like a djinn. Like, he's glamoured himself to look a bit like a djinn. Obviously, the Doyleist reason for that is because they didn't have time to make a good-looking seer model, or they thought it was unworkable or something, so they just went with a blue djinn, which is disappointing. But so here we might have more seers disguising themselves.
Mark this as a high-priority dig site due to the presence of anomalous signals. That's all the data available, however.
Anomalous signals should really serve as a warning, not an invitation.
Whatever they're digging for, we're going to stop them. Let's get to it.
Oh, meta event, and we're in the area of the meta, and it feels like it's appropriate for the storyline so far. If unless anyone tells me not to in chat, I think let's do the meta. I'm throwing it on LFG. You guys can join if you'd like. It will be fun, I'm sure. Oh, and I'm going to play Otter. Oh, okay. What have we got? We've got 5 minutes before they launch an attack. That's brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to say Starlit Weld. Oh, do not do the meta? Do not do it? Oh. Ah. All right, we'll do it. We'll do the next instance. Fuck, what the fuck did they say about the Massart just now? I have an idea. You can do it. I think that meta is fine. Oh, I don't know who to believe. He can do it. What do you mean? Oh. It spoils the story, says LLPTV. Oh, who do I believe? This is a classic situation of one versus many. Argumentum ad populum, guys. Alright? Do I go with the group? Do I go with the hive mind? Just because there's more people and there's safeties in numbers? Or sometimes is that lone person the right one? He's standing by it. He says it does spoil. He's standing by it. Oh, there you go. He got his first ally. It's beginning to change. Larizard says don't do it. Lots of spoilers. Now nobody knows who to believe. I'm not going to do it, guys. Look, at the end of the day, there's no rush, so why risk?
This one. It seems to be a kind of arcane sieve, used for separating out different kinds of magic.
Oh, but what about this one? A timing precise mechanism, possibly for tracking the season and position of the tides.
None can beat my latest find. The remnants of an arcane focus, no doubt used by the seers in their rituals.
Impressive.
Oh, these guys are cool.
But how do you know it's not just a pretty stone?
Feel the fury. Ancient, powerful beings. Why would they keep a regular stone just
I didn't mean to cut that dialogue off, sorry. I just wanted to tag this group event because, well, we may as well get it while we're at it. I like these geeky... Oh, shit, we're not a virtuoso, we're a troubadour. That's close range. Hold on, let's listen to this thing. They were over here. My theory is they'll speak because I swapped characters. No! No! What did you say? Oh, a double rainbow. What does it mean? I don't know. Okay. Right, I'm going to do this.
Yes, are you here for excavation, research, or defense?
A little of this, a little of that.
Sorry, Commander. I'm a bit overwhelmed here.
We need to collect and decontaminate artifacts, deal with the Inquest in our camp, and, skimmers too. Any of those you can help with would be greatly appreciated.
How is it nearly 3 hours? What's going on? What is going on with these time warps? Right, let's just tag a few more enemies, because I don't even know if I have. Oh shit, we just got another thing here. Starlit Taurus. This crumbling will... No. This must have been a gathering spot before the Inquest set up their excavators.
Never saw this coming.
Oh, lots of cybernetic enemies. So, the way I'm playing Troubadour at the moment, by the way, we may as well talk about another spec now that we've finished Evoker. I'm playing it Power. I've tried a bunch of different lines. I'm actually playing it with Power Block at the moment, just for these really snappy flute attacks. So you can, you know, do a big burst of damage when the flute interrupts someone. I have a spear, because spear is fun and newish feeling. And yeah, I've basically just I've gone with Master Fragmentation like I did in the betas to enhance the effects of the music as much as possible. It's not very big damage, it's not very big support, it's not really a good build, but it's an appropriate build for running around and having fun. You know, if the gameplay is going to be really basic and simple, then at least we get some weird builds we can play, just for the novelty. That's my view on it. And yeah, we just listen to the music. I'm running a bunch of the new utilities. What I'm trying to do is only use a utility once I have that instrument actually up, so that we get more notes, so that we get more instruments. Oh, and I'm trying Fortissimo as my GM. I don't really know what I think about call and response. Alright. Champion Tactician Swick has spawned. I don't know where.
Time to do some real damage.
Oh, event failed? Oh! Oh, because we ran out of time? Because of the meta, maybe? Alright, well, there you go. Back to list. Let's get up to this next bit of the story. This is North America today. North America. Oh my god, I've got a full flask of coffee here, and it's still hot, and it's still good. Contigo. For the hot drinks that you want. Is that a good slogan? Alright, let's sail to the north. Our skin hasn't loaded in. There it is. And hopefully we don't get dialogue across the whole map and we get far enough away from the meta. So yeah, that's a heart, which I haven't finished. I haven't even begun progress on it. Here's another one. Is it 3 hearts on this map again? 3 per? I feel like that's an okay balance, actually. I think they've got a good level there. What were they doing in the Secrets of the Obscure? Did they go to 3 hearts immediately? No, they weren't even hearts, were they? Hearts only came in again last year. Yeah, and they went 3 and 3. I guess they felt that was a good amount for them in terms of implementing. And I think they had enough. And one of the reasons I think the last year's maps were so disappointing was it was, you know, 1 heart and then nothing. Even combined, it sort of doesn't feel like a full map. Hello, Canuck. I love these guys traveling around the map with us.
Well, Commander, it sounds from your story like you've got yourself another admirer.
Makes no difference to me what Locke claims to want. He's the target all the same.
Makes some difference. I definitely understand what he's saying. Not hard to imagine a better Tyria than the one we have.
Wow, why is he so cynical?
Oh, come on, Ritlock. He's leading the Inquest. Have you seen what Zeb is doing?
Remove every monster from the legions, and there'd be no legions left. Same goes for the Sly crew.
That's not a fair... I mean, we don't even know if he's telling the truth.
If I may interject as the resident ex-radical of this ensemble, it seems clear that Vlox believes what he's saying. There would be easier paths to power if he didn't. The real question is what he's willing to do for his ideals.
Got any insight on this, Commander?
I think we need more information. We can judge Vlox's motivation once we know what his plan is.
Fucking UI.
A thought on that. Those monstrosities that Seb has been creating are clearly controlled remotely. That means there's some kind of connection there we might be able to get some information from. So, is harvesting cybernetic reptile brains outside your wheelhouse, Commander?
Is anything at this point?
Oh man, the UI. Oh, please, when I zoom in close so I can see my character and I can see their mouth moving and I can be really immersed, right? The one time I want to be most zoomed in and immersed, you clip the fucking dialogue box out of existence so I don't get to read the dialogue bubble. I would have to look in the bottom left, but realistically I want to get rid of this. Let's stop clipping that out when we zoom in. Secondarily, this commander tag should go behind the dialogue box, not in front. Because I'm zooming out like this just to get them to separate. Oh, God. And can we please get the camera to snap to the NPC that's speaking? That would be so good. Yes, okay. But I love the thrust of this conversation, right? The only thing is, you're telling me you're not showing me, right? Like, don't tell me that all the legions are full of monsters. Don't tell me that the Corsair, that the Sly crew is filled with monsters when you don't have the guts to actually show them being monsters. It's like Arenanet don't write stories where their protagonists and the factions we're allied with are actually gritty and are actually doing questionable things. Like, they hide it all off screen and it makes it feel inauthentic. You know, if throughout the course of this adventure I had seen Corsair thugs doing brutal or nasty things that I disapprove of, then that would have really rang true. That would have felt like something. But that's too complicated for them. They're scared that the audience won't get it or whatever. Or like, fuck all that. No, just be real with it. Don't tell me that you've been real with it when you've not been real with it. It's the same thing with the Char. You know, the lore is that they'll attack their own legionnaires and people above them and kill their way higher up the chain, but you don't show me any of that. And then you spend the next 5 years talking about how, no, they're multicultural now and they've integrated into Tyria and they're nice now. You can't have Ritlock then say that. It doesn't count. You haven't earned it. I love what you want to have earned, but that's not the setting you've written. That's not what Tyria is anymore. And it's because you've had cold feet about it for years. And that's where, again, not to be a fanboy about the competitor products, but that's where 14 wins. 14 isn't cowardly about stuff like that. And if they say that in that game, you really do feel it, because they do allude to stuff and show you nastiness. Anyway, just my 500 cents, $5. I don't know. All right. Oh, an adventure! Data banks collected from newly created augmented Swiftwings.
The ley lines are surging. This is our best chance to collect samples.
Oh, yes, please. The ley lines here are fast and unstable, but let's see if we can gather some magic. Wait, do I need ley line riding? Oh, speaking of which, Jesus Christ, all these masteries. Let's actually unlock them. Skimmer, I have it finished. Check it out. So what did we get? We got the ability to dive underwater. And if you already had it from before, you get the stealth and a bit of movement. We unlocked the ability to scan stuff. We unlocked the ability to fly really high in the sky and shoot things, which I'm never going to use, but for healing, okay. And finally, ley lines are flows of magical energy. To use ley lines, simply direct your skimmer into them and allow the energy flow to boost your mount along updraft to pillars of swirling wind. Yeah, because in case we haven't played Heart of Thorns, I guess. So we get ley lines and updrafts, and I guess I'll need those for this. So let's see.
Time is a factor.
Should I scan? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm on a ley line. Oh, fuck, there were loads of things under the water. Oh, okay, so skill 1 breaks the ley line. Oh, shit, so this is like an adventure. Oh, this one's crazy. This is actually playing with the toggle on and off for the ley lines. Oh, this actually requires a lot of dexterity then. Because I want to go to a ley line and then tap 1 to get in it. Fuck. Have I fucked it up? Oh, the icon's not great because it doesn't tell me. Right, we fly. Oh, apparently I just unfogged the last region, the Lost Basilica. That blows my mind because I feel like I've not really explored any of these places. Maybe they should break up the unfogging a bit more. Can I shoot ley lines to collect them? Sorry, shoot orbs to collect them? Holy shit, is this this is not a race. This is just getting magic. Okay. Untether. Well, this is very fiddly. Collecting orbs is giving me my endurance back, so we can just slowly float down if we really want. And then hit the 2 every now and then to get a bit more height. Maybe we don't need to bother with the ley lines at all. Well, here I would do it, I guess. I see, so they just lift me up. I was kind of under the impression that I was going to, like, hit a finish line or something when I first got here. I guess we'll go down for a while. Oh, God, their hitboxes are short. This is harder than it looks. Like, there's a lot more turning and inputs that I'm putting in than it looks like I am. I'm just turning very slow. Okay, turn that off. Oh, wait, what? We need 40 for gold? Right, let's try that again. Let's do the ones underwater this time. Oh. So we only get 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't want to be on that ley line because I want to grab all of these. It actually feels kind of pointless as a mechanic. Well, no, it's not pointless because now I want to do it. Oh, I'll grab the treasure while I'm at it because hey, why not? So we go up, 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 up. I mean, I think we should go all the way to the top and then have one trip down, right? Like one mega trip down. Come on, get on the ley line. Okay. There was an adventure in Janthia Wilds last year that was a bit like that. Right. Let's see how we do here. Grab that. I'm still ley line tethered for now. Okay, there you go. We're at the top. I'm toggling ley lines off. I think they're off. Oh, by the way, guys, I was watching... So a friend of a friend is doing some, like, raid... well, not raid videos. Is doing some, like, golem benchmark videos. They get, like, 3 views per video or something, right? I can't remember the channel name. I'm so sorry. I would recommend it. I can't remember his channel name. Look it up, though, because you'll find it. You'll find it on YouTube if you search it. And so a friend of a friend's making these. I've never spoken to the guy myself. But he's doing, like, build videos that are like... oh, my fuck. It's so hard. I cannot turn and get to that. Holy shit. There we go. So it'll be, like, 1-button Reaper or, like, 3-button Deadeye or, you know, 2-button Ritualist. Shit like that, right? So really simple rotations, but builds that do very, very, very high damage for that. So basically, making raids and strike missions and stuff accessible to anyone because you don't have to follow like this big spreadsheet of bullshit. I got 33 out of 40. I wasn't even close. I'm not going to try that again because I want to get into the story. But off screen, I'll probably get that. Or we'll try it again on another part. Anyway, I was watching his videos and he has a really high damage Paragon build, a Condi, just basically using dual wielding on a warrior and sitting there autoing on sword. We all know sword does shit tons of damage on Condi builds. We all know dual wielding does shit tons of damage on like passive builds. And on Paragon, you just get these huge buffs. So anyway, I was watching it and you just permanently have the wings out. I didn't read that anywhere in the patch notes. Did you guys know that? But you do actually get lots of Paragon wings now. Like he had the wings up the whole time. It actually looked really goofy and not very good. But like they weren't animated. They were just sort of flopping, or not even flopping. They were like rigidly wobbling around. It was like incredibly ugly. And as I was watching it, I was thinking, man, you know, it's Dragon Hunter still has better wings than the Paragon has. But anyway, they are there. And it might have only looked silly because of, you know, because of dual wielding and how much faster, you know, and quickness. So I won't judge too hard, but that was quite cool. Looking out at the incredible view from this spot, you can't help but sit for a moment and take it in. You always have wings as long as you're over 7 motivation. There you go. Yeah, you guys know, see? I am disappointed in the visual. It was clearly a last-minute scramble, but I appreciate the last-minute scramble. It's better than it only being on the Elite. And they definitely didn't specify that, did they? Well, a bunch of technicians just wandering around. You know what I've noticed is quite cool? In Corteria, when you're around Inquest, a lot of them are just sort of sitting and chatting and they feel very present. In this expansion, they're a huge part of the story, but they don't feel very present. And I think that's actually a huge benefit to the mystery. Like, it's quite novel to see them just standing around like that. I'm only seeing them in events or coming out of rifts or when we're specifically in their labs. Look at that, we got to 82 bleeds there. I was just thinking to myself, it'd be cool if I could up the bleed damage. I could go to Vipers. Didn't there used to be a rune that increased bleed damage by 20%? Wasn't that a thing? And that's not a thing anymore, right? There's no relics for specific Condi enhancements. Which is a shame. You know, like, I'm not going to recommend anything that's not Pirate Queen for a while for open world. And it just comes back to that thing. They should get rid of quickness and alacrity. They really should. Let might and vulnerability, and particularly those two, fury to a lesser extent, let those be a part of your compositional theory craft instead. Kill quickness and alacrity. Because then those kinds of runes can exist and would open up even in open world contexts. And it would do a great thing as well because the combat is too fast. It would just for free slow so much stuff down. Yeah, no runes increase Condi damage, only duration. Exactly, yeah. Like, my whole thing about having more rune slots, relic slots, fixes it a bit. But in a way, in the long term, all it's really doing is moving the goalposts. I mean, it moves it in a very substantial way that's worth it. What would really help as well is getting rid of this reliance on those two. And just the overwhelming strength of those two. And I really think it would make the game more readable. It would align the animations better, the visual noise to what it should be. Open up the pace for many more types of players. Allow for more meteor, significant impacts, the weight of things you can actually feel. These are all virtues, all right? Don't be led astray by veterans that play too much of the game and just want to go faster, faster, faster. Faster is not always better.
Don't stand a chance.
All right. As I'm sure many women will relate to, if I'm enjoying myself, that doesn't mean speed up.
On my mark.
Okay. What? Canuck?
This is quite a haul you've got here, Commander. Let's see what I can get out of them.
Let me know when you find something. In the meantime, there are more creatures out there that need to be dealt with.
I thought that this was just going to be do the heart, but it's not.
Commander.
Hello.
Not much to look at, but this is just the start. We're out here to hunt, tame, and study the wildlife. Unfortunately, there are others with more sinister intentions. If you can help us out around the camp, we can help you stop the Inquest from succeeding at whatever they're planning.
Why only women, WP? Well, I can only speak for myself as a man, but if I'm enjoying myself, I usually want to speed up. Holding pods tampered with. Let's go tamper with some holding pods. Moving on from that.
I command stone and soil.
God, I'm gassing out so much more now here. Also, gay people exist? That doesn't come into it. Wait, so I break the thing, I get meat, but I don't need to do anything with the meat? Or I got the meat from killing the mobs, and that's for something else? Avoid receiving damage to keep a hold of the meat. Yeah, sure, but what do you want me to do with it? Oh, do I feed it to the animal now?
Accelerating.
Is that the game? To stop? No?
There's the power. Endurance deficiency.
Well, whatever that meat mechanic is, we are actually done with that thing, so let's go north. This is the secret spring. I will say of map 2, maybe it's just because I haven't explored it that well. And this is probably premature. But it doesn't seem to have so many secret places. Is there a skimmer way underneath this map as well? This machine is half broken. You could finish breaking it or at least power it down. All right, what have we got? There's a control panel and some buttons. Seems like you could probably power it down. Just start pushing buttons or look around for instructions. Hey, this is like that scene in Season 2. There are 5 lights represented on the console by 0 and minus. 0 means on, minus means off. There are also 5 buttons. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. There are 5 lights. 0 is on. Okay. That's pretty easy. That's nice and visual. There are 5 buttons. Pressing a button will toggle the corresponding light off, on or off. In addition, changing one light will toggle the lights to its left and right. Maybe there's an example here. So if you push 2, it will light 2, as well as 1 and 3. Oh, God. What? We're doing this like this is a mud. This is just a text-based adventure. Oh, do we not actually get the lights? Okay, continue reading. Remember, buttons toggle lights on and off. So if light 3 was on in the last example... Yeah, alright, let's give it a shot. Let's push some buttons. After you mash your hand on the buttons, the lights all go out for a second before turning on in a specific pattern. It seems like you probably want them all to be off. Okay, we want them all to be off. This is cool. This is like, you know, you used to get quizzes and stuff in Quarteria hero challenges. And they've gone back to doing stuff like that. So we want them all off, right? So if I press the 5th button, the 0 will become a dash and the 1 to the left of it will become a 0. Let's just verify that. Yes. Okay. And now if I press the 4th button, it will go dash 0, 0, dash 0. And now if I press the 3rd button... It'll be like that. And now if I press the 5th button... Oh, yeah! How did I do that? Am I dreaming? How did I do that? Yes, that's the Bloodstone puzzle from the White Mantle Bloodstone puzzle. Yes, it is. And they had 2 outcomes for that one as well, didn't they? It also exists in a level in Tomb Raider 4 Revelations. Wow. It's powered down. That's really cool. Kerry mentioned this to me, and she said to her it was something she really liked about the expansion. It felt like the devs really cared and really had a lot of work because, you know, someone made that, and like it's like they had fun making this expansion. That's her take right now. And to me, it's like, you know, it's that extra 3 months they got, you know, to really refine and put small details in and do the fun bits, not rushing all the time. Or the extra manpower they had, or what, I don't know. But it really feels like it comes alive a lot more, you know. I could have solved it in 2 moves. Ah. Well, there's the piss on my bonfire there. Really? 2 moves? Damn. If I'd really stopped and thought about it. Makes me want to go over there on my troubadour. Oh, another thing, by the way, to show off, since that's Venny in chat, another quick sidetrack. I was talking to Venny about this last night. Another one of his Refect things. Seriously, guys, check out Refect. Check out the packs he's making. My favorite one from him, like we've obviously got the bullet UI going on with our Ellie, is this. Look at this. I'm a Spellbreaker right now. Look at my Spellbreaker UI. I have my 2 adrenaline bars, right? But what else do I have? I have 5 bars above that, okay? Those... on my insight stacks, attacker's insight. Every Spellbreaker gets this, right? If you ever CC or remove a boon, you get these stacks, and getting new stacks refreshes them, right? It's kind of like mini adrenaline. It gives you power and ferocity the more that you have. And it's a really annoying mechanic to track. It's not like a fun mechanic to look at or think about in vanilla, because in vanilla it's just on the buff bar. And you're like looking at the counter and stuff. He turned it into a full-blown element for the class, and it's not doing anything that fancy. It's perfectly aligned with the art style, though, right? So when I CC this mower, we gained a stack, right? And if I CC it again, we gained a stack. right? And if I full counter, hopefully... Oh, that should have dazed, and we should have got a stack. I might not have the trait on. If we mace 5, we gain a stack. It really feels so good playing Spellbreaker with this display on. And look, he's got like the glowing animation, just like it matches perfectly how Adrenaline looks. It's not only like good looking and perfectly naturally fit to the client, but it like in actual gameplay, it's useful. And it adds a whole other thing that's like fun to track and watch as you're playing Spellbreaker. Not just in raids, not just in fractals, not just in try-hard strike missions, but just running around playing this. This like 100% feels like it should be like a totally vanilla element of the class. It's really fun. Like actually seeing the bar go up. You know, because I bet a lot of people play Spellbreaker and they don't even really think about the mechanic. So anyway, that is now my favorite thing. And again, it's not too fancy or like FF style or really ridiculous with the visuals, but it's really, really, really good. So anyway, progress continues on those. He's trying something really interesting with the boon and buff bars as well. Might be able to split them apart, which would also be incredible. I'll probably rant and chat about those more as the Let's Play goes along, because it is something I'm quietly interested in the background. Right, more holding pods. I don't know why I'm staying to kill these. I can leave for sure. Those 60 bleeds will kill that over time. Oh. This build reminds me of at launch when I first discovered Comedy. What I would do is run loads of bleed duration and I would cast Staff Earth 2. And you could one-shot almost anything in the game, in the open world, at launch Guild Wars 2, with just Elementalist Staff 2, the Rumbling Earth that then explodes. You'd one-shot them, but it took like a minute to do it. So you'd cast the Earth 2 and wander off, and they'd just slowly bleed to death and then die, while you were like a mile away. And I used to get a real kick out of that. And this reminds me of doing that. I want to know what these are all about. They have icons and stuff. You want to try FF-style UIs one day, but they would require collaborating with an actual artist. Yeah, that's always the problem. Yeah, I feel that with my own little projects I do. Like, I have no art ability, so all I can do is reconfigure art that I can already find. What I will say, though, Venny, is as someone who has done a lot of data mining of the Guild Wars 2 client over the years, they have a lot of assets in there. A lot of assets that you could 100% repurpose for your own uses. It's really fun just browsing and looking at all the UI art and, like, shit that they reconfigure and make for Guild Wars 2. So there's probably a lot of salvageable stuff. With just some basic knowledge of how to resize, recolor, you know, stuff like that. You can go a long way with it. They really need a UI pass at some points. They're getting complicated with weapon minigames. Yeah, the weapon mini mechanics are a bit... I don't know how I totally feel about them. I think they're fun, though. But I do know how I feel. I like them. But they're kind of on the edge, you know, this bullet one in particular. It would be nice if there was less reliance on the UI. It was more about zooming the camera in, you know, all these lofty ideals that they had at launch. But the chicken has flown the coop, as we discussed, you know. In like year 2, when they added the FOV options and let you zoom the camera out further, that was it, really. That was the death of those ideas. And I maintain they shouldn't have done that, but, you know.
Not sure what Canuck was able to find, but he headed south with Saida.
Oh, towards the meta, right?
Seems like there's a lot of Inquest in some ruins down there. I'd want to catch up with them before they get in over their heads.
Okay. We could waypoint and go down there. Oh, we could use our new mastery. Oh, wait, this is going this way. Oh. Whoa. I thought I was at the edge of the map, and I'm not. Oh my god, look at this! Whoa! Oh my god, it's got a cool dive. I don't get to dive on my Wavehawk. This is a transcended Wavehawk? Transcended. And we just killed it. I assume transcending is not the same as, like, what Isgarin did to Waiting Sorrow, right? An arcane spread shot up there. What the hell is all this stuff? Oh my god, we were so high there. Oh, the next instance. Haha. Ruins of the old world. Oh yeah, I never actually mentioned out loud, but Halloween is obviously over now, guys. So I could clean up Liss's inventory. As far as I remember, we can just delete the finishers, right? There's no reason to hold on to those. I did as good as I could in terms of getting the dailies and like
what a pleasant surprise.
trying to reclaim my mountains of missing AP from that festival. But I'm still so behind. I don't know whether I'll even get it next year, honestly. Some Alliance boots. Tyrian Alliance Field Operative. It's one of the generic achievements of the year. Another chromatic resin box. Yeah, I did the meta yesterday and I picked this from the chest and immediately regretted it. Because again, of what I said, they're so cheap anyway. And that's largely fish.
Do you hear yourself? We're talking about the Inquest.
And once they'd have said, do you hear yourself? We're talking about Canuck. You have to at least consider the possibility that your enemy is making a good point.
Well, we can be sure there's no Inquest in earshot or you'd have been ambushed already. Found anything yet?
Not yet, but we have to be close. Lead the way.
Holy fuck. Canuck is like coming back, man. Canuck. I didn't say it out loud just now, but I was so happy in that scene a second ago when they were reflecting on his character progress and how he was a fanatic for a while. I thought that was really refreshing. I loved hearing that. And look, he's actually, they mentioned it again there. Locate the Seer Ruins. WP, did you get the one for the hammer orbs? No, I actually didn't. I know you told me about it, but I didn't get it. I should. I don't mean to be rude. I think I was busy with some other stuff at the time.
More test subjects.
Test subjects?
Even if his intentions are good, and I don't believe they are, that doesn't excuse working with the Inquest. Having a worthy cause doesn't mean you can just join up with a bunch of violent criminals.
My dear, you are a pirate captain.
Yes. Oh. Do you know what's really good about that as well? Not that he just made a good point, but this is the kind of small talk that I want and that I was talking about feeling like it's missing a lot of the time. Oh my god, I'm really surprised by the cleave on this, you know? Like the amount of AoE that I have. Sadly, we never pulled this guy in.
So what are you proposing we do, Canuck? Just take Locks at his word?
I'm merely suggesting we don't need to slam that door shut. Perhaps we can work with him. It certainly.
I agree. I like this. The devil and the angel on my shoulder, and they're not having the commander speak. They're letting me, the player, just have fun with it and imagine what I want to do. Grass is a little bit less shimmery here. Goric would be nice to talk to here, yeah. It really feels like Goric is missing from this. I wonder whether the guy that does Goric's voice couldn't be here. Actually, you guys will know that in chat. You guys are so good with knowing who does what voices. Is the person who voices Goric a part of this cast? Or are they missing? Because Goric would have fit like a glove into so many of these beats.
And who better than us to get them out?
Ow. Let's try and get them all together here. Yeah, the Gigatoad knockdown there. We definitely hit everyone with that. Sadly, Signal of Earth is not AoE.
Thank the Six for you, Commander. They've been interrogating us for hours and didn't care for our answers.
What were they trying to find out?
They kept asking about the artifact, but they wouldn't specify which one they meant. We've examined so many already, how could we possibly know which one they were looking for? But they wouldn't listen.
I don't think they even know what they're looking for.
Getting back to camp?
Respectfully, it's more important we resume our work. Can't let them scare us away. Our camp isn't far from here anyhow.
I suppose we should do some looking around ourselves.
I wonder if they're waiting for Isgarin to make a move. and that will reveal what the artifact is, and they're going to try and grab it off of him. Like, is this all some big trap for Isgarin? I like how the Patsy Inquest they're not clued in on what they're even doing, and that's totally on point for the Inquest and what we know about them, you know? Oh, we get the classic Order of Whispers music. This also used to play in Heart of the Mists, but oh, this is good. Yeah! There's been enough new music and fun times in this that now when they dot in some old stuff, I'm just all for it. What is this giant golem over here?
There are 3 different types of arcane scanners here, but not a single brush or chisel.
They weren't studying these to figure out their history or function. They're just testing for how much magic they exude.
Oh, there you go. The guy is in the cast. Gorik's VA is present. So it was their decision just not to have him as a part of it. Yeah, maybe on the grounds of the Tyrian Alliance. But again, I think, you know, if you're going to have, like, the bug mount, he would have bounced off of PE in a fun way, or even just replaced PE. Or just Pete, whatever his name is. Plus all the golem stuff, just general Asura Inquesty stuff. Saida has been really good as a part of this plot as well, actually. I didn't think much of Saida before this, but actually I'm really happy with Saida here. Saida is a bit Zephyra-esque, you know, in as much as these were characters introduced during the chaos of Season 4 that never really got to shine. They never had more of a moment, and now they do. And I'm really enjoying that. Or like Pokey as well, Poised Arrow. I think he's really good, but because he's only in that one bit, he falls he's sort of at risk, if you will. I think they made the right choice with the cast here. Some old favourites and some new hats. I'm surprised Karnak is a huge character in this X-Pack, and at no point in the press was that ever really obvious to me. But it might just be because I kept my distance from it, as I often am wont to do.
Their artifact collection task is certainly incomplete.
But they certainly weren't short on time. These must not have seemed important to them. They're not here to study the seers, clearly. They're looking for powerful magic.
And it sounds like they might have a specific object in mind.
Why?
Let's see what else we can find here.
Isn't that a false dichotomy? Surely seers have powerful magic. Didn't Tammy say she's off doing something? What, in the epilogue last year? Maybe there was something about that. I can't remember. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Next year we might find out what she's doing. Similar to how we found out what the Asura were doing while the Tyrian Alliance meetings were going on. That's cool. Actually, reflecting on the fact that this expansion had those details is fun for me as well, because it feels like there's been some bulk to it, you know? That was a while ago we were reading and talking about that. Ruins explored. Okay. Seer Ostrakon. Sorry, what's an Ostrakon? I don't know what that is. Here we go. This is the tesserae of this expansion. What is an Ostrakon?
Broken seer tablet. It says something about a ritual site, but not what it was for.
I'm sure they got up to all sorts of rituals around here.
Can you read seer this?
That's more important than the others?
I don't buy that.
Anyone's guess as to what it would be, though.
What's an Ostrakon, guys? Let's get a Google definition going, shall we? Here we go. I'm on Google right now. Define, : Ostrakon. Ostrakon. A potsherd. Potsherd? I don't even know how to say a potsherd. Potsherd. Did you guys hear that? Potsherd. A potsherd used as a writing device. It's Greek. Its usage over time spiked in 2018. I don't know why. I love how Google has data for that going back to the year 1800. That's epic, man. What library have they sourced all that? And Wikipedia says an ostrakon is a Greek word. It's a piece of pottery, usually broken off from a vase or other earthenware vessels. In archaeological or epigraphical context, ostraka refers to shards or even small pieces of stone that have writing scratched into them. Usually they're considered to have been broken off before the writing was added. Oh. Ancient people used the cheap, plentiful, and durable broken pieces of pottery around them as a convenient medium to write on for a wide variety of purposes. Mostly very short inscriptions, but in some cases very long. Oh, so it's like when, you know, you've got an unopened letter on the coffee table and you need to quickly jot down, like, a phone number or a shopping list. So you just write it on something that... So it's like that, you know. It's an ancient Greek guy doing that. He's putting his shopping list on a piece of shitty old pottery that he found. You know. He lives in Ithaca and there's ancient Caledonian vases, or I don't know. Look, go see the WoodenPotatoes that was playing Zeus if you want ancient Greece knowledge. I forget the timelines. Okay, so there you go. So that's an ostracon. So it was possibly written on, and look, we can literally see it on the floor there. Possibly written on after it was broken, but probably before in this case. Ostracon. All right, quiz me on that, guys. Next patch, seriously. If you quiz me, I'll remember it. If you don't, it's gone. Inquest corpses.
Well, at least someone dealt with a few of them for us.
Doubt it was the Priory. There must still be seer defenses active around here.
Oh.
Which suggests something important was kept
Oh,
here.
wouldn't it be fucking epic if we end up going into a great seer catacomb?
Everything wants to kill you, Commander.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we go into a great seer catacomb and all the assets are new, like it's all new models and you know, hieroglyphs and shit on the wall. It feels totally alien and different. Wouldn't that be epic? By the way, these enemies are pretty cool, I have to say. I'm not going to get my hopes up for that. Though they did alright in the Inquest base a minute ago. With Vlox. I fucked up. Let's summon a golem. Let's summon a golem and pretend it didn't happen. Oh, he's actually deflecting a lot of my projectiles. Like, I actually can't bleed him a lot of the time with this. I'm not opposed to fighting enchanted swords and stuff. It makes me think of big magically infused societies. Look at that sword, by the way. Oh, is this the model that the new legendaries have? It's incredibly detailed, and the materials on that were really good. Like, I've not really looked at... There's a sword... No, sorry, it's a staff and a spear. Right, and then what I wanted to check here as well was damage taken. Oh my god, fuck. Wait, how long is this episode? 3.5 hours. Alright, we're gonna have to stop after this instance. Sorry, I got completely distracted there. I'm just vibing playing. Okay, more ruins to explore. A room full of ostracons. I mean, maybe... We know they have that asset. Let's see how that looks when it's blown up. It's the same weapon type as the hero point on the previous map? Yeah. And very similar to the chains that were binding the seneschal. The sun is coming out. And I hear the birds. Oh, here's an archway. Just like at ore, this thing. Another thing that feels like ore.
Such ornate grandiosity. I should really copy this style for something.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure it tells us much about what this place was.
No. Wasn't there a screenshot of that in the press? It's a good place to stop after this anyway, I think. Oh, is it sort of a natural ending point, natural cliffhanger or whatever? Oh, I'm so happy I picked this chair, by the way. I'd originally dismissed it, but no. Hello, Scholar Renato. This feels so Corteria coded. Seeing a Dermond Priory NPC and Dermond Priory stuff, hearing this music, looking at them digging with a shovel, this thing with the lines, I can't remember what these are called. You know, like, this is all very core.
Don't worry about me, Commander. I don't get rattled that easily.
Glad to hear it.
Okay.
What have you figured out about this place and the Seers?
We're honestly
Renato! I want some gelato!
From it. Right now, we're just focused on gathering everything up before the Inquest can get to it. But if you want to know more about the Seers in general, you should talk to Melissa. No one in Tyria knows more about them than her.
Well, it's clear that the Inquest are searching for a specific artifact, but we're still in the dark about what it is.
Right. We're labouring the point on that a little bit, aren't we?
Can shed some light on it?
I believe our scholarly friend was a tad mistaken, though. There is someone in Tyria who knows more about the Seers.
It's worth a try, at least. Isgarin, are you there?
Pick up the phone, bro.
I need your expertise immediately. I guess I'll have to seek out mortal insight instead.
I'm so fucking happy he didn't respond there. If they had made him respond, it would have just been the pettiest thing. Yeah, that was a little phone jacker reference, for what it's worth. Renato is a very Latin name. Oh, well, the difference between Spanish and Portuguese. Oh, I'm definitely not the guy you want to ask for this.
What do you make of Castora?
A beautiful, tragic place, teeming with possibilities and fraught with danger. It's clear to me why the Seers guarded it so jealously.
They still do, clearly. Isgarin hasn't been any help at all since we got here.
Nice. Little reflection there. Listen to Kanak's thoughts about Castora. I wanted more thoughts, really. But okay. Things are about to get interesting. Tomb Runner. Oh, what? So that... Oh, I thought we were going to go into a tomb right now. I guess not. Oh, well, I did say that was going to be the last instance. That's going to be it for today then, guys. Oh, my God. Whew. We did so little today. I thought we were going to do more of these rings and get our mini Wildell. So many side stories. Do you know what I think Arenanet shouldn't be afraid to do? Have us go back for a minute and then, you know, like, we can zigzag a bit, you know, in Act 2, if there's a bit more of Act... I wouldn't mind that at all. I haven't had my fill of the Shipwreck Strand. And that was true last year when it came to the Lowland Shore into here. It doesn't have to... And it's the same here. It's very formulaic, you know. And obviously the poster child for that, the one that would have benefited from that more than anything else, is the Desolation, of course. Because it had so little of its own story in the end. Alright, so next time, guys, we will conclude... Actually, no. Oh, yeah, I'll give you one more bit, just because I really want to see it. I think we're going to end the story step here. I think this will take us on to step 7. Ruins of the Old World. Let's just see what they say at the camp. Talk to Priory Scout Hior and learn where to find Mesa. Hello, sir.
I'm looking for historian Melisa.
Melisa, sorry. Melisa. Can't read.
She's on an excavation around here somewhere. But honestly, we're too swamped for me to go look for her. While you wait for her, maybe you can assist us with getting things settled here? Be a big help.
Ah, shit. No, it's Do the Heart. All right, okay. So that's where we'll stop it then. We'll stop it here. All right, thank you very much, guys, for watching. It's been a blast. I'm having a lot of fun with the expansion. If there's any hints or teasers, or you want to round anything out, if you want to quiz me about Obstacon, what was the word? I've already forgotten. Obstacon? Yeah, just drop me a message. I'll maybe put something in the Q&A. Yeah, please do remember, if you're liking the work that I do, if you want to support me, check out Patreon down below. Really. And yeah, until next time, guys, I'll see you for the next part. Part 6. Sorry, Part 7. 1 week. Or Visions of Eternity. I think last year we beat the expansion on Part 7. So we'll see. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.